So let's get this party started. It is Friday afternoon. You guys just got out of homeroom with Professor Ranth. While everybody else is heading out to their challenges, you guys are being tasked with the third challenge, which is, again, going to clear out this ankheg cave tomorrow morning. We have a couple of things that are going to happen tonight, so let's go through a couple of things. First, I believe that Athera wants to have a talk with Gwen at some point during this evening.
The talk.
The talk.
We're starting with that?
We're starting with the talk.
Jeez.
Damn.
Telling her about the birds and the bees.
Yeah, you
Huh?
Gwen warm up. Oh my gosh.
She wild shapes into a bird.
No,
To show you the bees.
Anyway, I'll let you guys set the scene. Where do you want this conversation to be at? How do you approach it? Guide us through it.
Okay, so I am gonna go looking for Gwen. I will start at her dorm room and see if she is there. So I'll go in, I'll go up to the door, and I'm just like standing there for a little bit. And then I'm gonna knock on the door. So
I get up and open it.
oh gosh, she's actually there.
So you've come to kill me in my sleep, is it?
I wouldn't have knocked on the door.
I don't know. I could be a heavy sleeper.
I still wouldn't. Look. Just let me say what I was gonna say, okay?
Alright.
I've done some thinking. And I realized that, like, you obviously don't like me. I might even say you hate me, and I don't know why, and you don't have to say anything. But I realize people usually don't hate things for no reason. So I don't really want to be your friend. I'm not interested in that. But we are on the same team. And for the sake of everybody else, I think we need to learn to work together. So will promise to keep my distance and not tease you with wild shape if you can promise not to, like, shoot me in the back or something. Okay?
Alright. Deal.
Sure. Is it possible? There's no, like, land around here, is there?
I guess not. You're kind of just in a dorm hallway, right?
There is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say I walked in here with this, GM. You can get mad at me if you want to.
No, be my guest.
So I'm gonna, I had my hand behind my back the whole time. And I'm gonna, pull my hand out. And I'm holding this flower. And I don't know if Shorty has the picture. So I'll just describe it.
I can pull it up.
Beautiful. But it's blue. It kind of looks like a lily. And I'm gonna hand it over to you, forcefully. Not nice. Just, shoving it kind of in front of you. In my hometown, when we make a promise, we exchange these. It's a symbol of trust. So this means I'm giving you mine. And I, hold it out to you.
She sniffs it while it's in your hand, and then she just takes it. And Gwen says, "Alright, but in my hometown, just know that your people are monsters."
She looks like she doesn't know how to respond to that. Sorry? I don't know anything about that. But look, if we can agree not to, try and kill each other, I guess I'd like to start at that for now. Yeah, and if you decide that I'm a monster and you decide to shoot me, just know I'm not gonna hold anything back next time.
All right. She looks at the flower again, and then she looks at Athera, and she just goes, maybe here your people might be a little bit different, so I'll try to keep that in mind.
Thanks. I'm sorry that where you're from, my people are monsters. And I'm gonna turn around and walk away. But not in a mean way, just kind of like awkwardly.
Gwen just kind of looks at her walking away for a second, and then she shuts the door and places the flower on, like, the side table next to her bed, and then just kind of sits there to take in the conversation.
Sure. Gwen, will you be so kind as to give me a nature check?
Okay.
Just happy to do it. Love it.
11.
An 11. The DC is not very high on this. This is something that, especially considering your field of study and the fact that we've been in school for at least a couple of weeks now, 2 or 3. You look at this flower and you might not know the name of it. You might not know its properties, but you do know that it is not native to here. And from your general knowledge with the recent things that have happened with the party, you would be able to assume that Athera probably druid crafted and like created this flower very intentionally. It's not something that she just went and picked.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
All right.
All right, we shift over from the dorm buildings of Loomis to a much more heated and energetic section of campus. There are multiple people here in padded armor and training weapons, sparring, clashing against each other. And in one corner of this big open room with these scarred wooden floors and busted up training dummies and racks of armors and weapons, there are 2 very familiar faces to us. There is Rosaris in his full plate armor, sword and shield, sparring with a tall, kind of lean but athletic white dragonborn woman with these bright purplish blue eyes, wielding a greatsword, and they're going back and forth, sparring and sparring and sparring. And like we always do, let's leave this up to an attack roll. Zach, if you would be so kind.
Yeah.
One.
While I'm at it, can I add the plate armor to my inventory and increase my AC?
No. That was more for physical description.
Okay. Because I definitely wear chainmail.
Okay, well, you get the idea, okay? He's a guy in armor.
No, it's like a paper mache plate armor over his chainmail.
Yeah,
so
lower your
looks
AC
nice,
to
but-
10 for me.
Yeah. 18 for my attack.
Cool. This first round of sparring, I'll let you dictate how this goes. You didn't beat Beatrice by a lot, but you won. So what does the scene look like? I'll let you set the stage for like you and Beatrice interactions, how you guys spar, what you tell to her, that sort of stuff.
I think a lot of it is like by this time we've trained a lot together, so we both know each other's movements. And like I know her using a 2-handed greatsword, like she takes a long time to wind up. so I have to beat her to the punch, or she's gonna waylay the crap out of me. And so I see her start to load up, and I just spring up and sort of poke her with the blunt point of the blade in her arm that's holding it to basically like, nope, you're not getting attacked this time. And then I'll go back, and it's basically like using my shield to deflect it and then barely hitting her in the arms.
Yeah, you do all of that, and then she immediately, like, holding the greatsword up, or, like, sort of near her shoulder, she stops and sees that, like, tiny hit that you give her. She's like, come on, we agreed to go, like, full swing. If you're gonna hit me, you gotta do it. And then she, like, elbows you in the shoulder and pushes you back. And with that, she's immediately gonna, like, get ready to keep attacking.
Roll one more time, I guess.
Let's do it. Ooh.
I like that. I like the term when the DM says that.
Ooh.
It's 17 on my end.
Cool. She got, like, a 10.
So I think on that one, she's kind of upset with me, so she, like, shows her tails on her attacks. So I just, do a spin move around her blade and then just smack her in the back with the blunt sword.
Absolutely. You give Beatrice a little dancing lesson here, as she is much more of the, like, sort of bigger heavy hitter. Rosari's is pretty athletic and tough too, but you, knowing that she's a big heavy hitter like this, lean into your faster side, spin around her, smack her in the back, and then she, like, stumbles forward a little bit, catches herself, and then at this point she's, like, panting a little bit, and she plants her greatsword down and uses it to lean on, and you see, like, do Dragonborn sweat? I'm just, you know what, fantasy sweat dripping off of her scales, and she's, like, leaning on her greatsword, and she says, okay, listen, you're just beating me because I'm, like, super tired. I had my challenge earlier today. We need to just take 5.
Okay, yeah. I was actually interested in asking you a question.
She, like, sits down against one of the walls in there and sets her sword across her and starts, like, sharpening up some of the edges. She says, yeah, go for it. Sure.
Well, I know I at least haven't taken my oath, and I don't think you've taken yours yet, but obviously we're both paladins, so we both have some desire to do something, and that's where we sort of get our power from.
Yeah, from
so I was wondering, what do you think your reason for fighting is?
She takes a minute, sets her sword off to the side. You see her collect her thoughts. And then she says, well, the area I'm from is currently, almost being taken over by this, like, big political force, almost an empire, you could almost call it. And, my Dragonborn village is very, very independent, and we like to keep it that way. And we trade with the city that's really close to us, but we don't want that sort of overbearing force to come in. So, with that being said, some of us have sort of taken up a aggressive approach to protecting it.
So, you want to fight to protect people? Your village, specifically?
Yeah, my village and the city we interact with, there's a lot of really good people there, and I would hate to see this force, this overbearing, group of people come in and kind of take over.
Yeah, fair enough.
What about you? Your turn.
I also want to fight to protect people. I think you're well aware that Kata and I know each other, and it's her and a few of my, I guess, siblings would be the closest word.
I was going to ask about that. Like, I wanted to know what the deal was. I didn't know if you guys were, like, dating or siblings, and sometimes it's hard to tell, especially with, sometimes you got people walking around with pointy ears related to people with green skin. It's like, it's possible.
No, just, we grew up together, so we're very close. And I'm assuming Kata hasn't told you much about our past, since you don't know about that.
No, she's told me that you guys are kind of in a similar situation to me, where, you know, Timira is currently, I guess, you know, there's no point not naming it, but the Piran Church is just dominating all the other cities right now. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 major kingdoms that haven't really taken to its power, and he's kind of in the same boat. She's told me that, you know, our ideas align, and we don't like people controlling other people like that.
Yeah. My desire is largely on the people controlling, but also, you name the Prawn Church. What's above the church, let's say? I want to protect people from all threats, whether they're people, devils, gods, either way.
She looks at you, like still breathing a little heavy, and she says, "Listen, that's a whole conversation. I'm still struggling to keep up with our classes."
Look, I'll make it simple. If you're fighting the Prawn Church and your village needs help, just ask.
Duly noted. And she holds her hand up for a fist bump.
And I put my fist up, but before I do it, I say, in return, will you help me protect Kato, since she's in your party?
She kind of looks almost offended that you'd ask. She's like, "Of course. Kato's like one of my best friends here, and she's in my party. And if she goes down, the rest of us are definitely, you know, struggling." So I'm protecting her both out of convenience and because I happen to really like her.
Well, I kind of figured you'd say that. And as I give her a fist bump, I show her my shield, and underneath the name Kata is a freshly imprinted name, Beatrice, right under Kata's name.
She looks, and then she like laughs a little bit, chuckles to herself. She says, "Ew, that's cheesy."
It's cheesy, but know that a friend of Kata's is a friend of mine. And I think we're both friends ourselves.
I'd say so. All right, friend, you ready to kick each other's asses again?
Yeah, I gotta pay you back for the other day. Let's go.
Yeah, and then she stands up, gets her sword, and you guys return to sparring.
And then he rolls that 1 and then loses.
Probably.
Next up, if we have Kylan here.
I'm here.
Okay. Just double checking. I believe that you would be back in your room probably later that night. And Thatch probably wasn't there. You are startled by the sound of Thatch opening the door hurriedly and sort of walking in and carrying a bunch of components to things that you wouldn't even begin to try to like fully comprehend. You see like bits of metal and wood and leather. You see like this powdery substance over some of the materials, and he walks in and sort of dumps all this stuff on his shortened desk, and like almost out of breath looks up at you and he says, "Okay, so listen, this crossbow mechanism that you were wanting to get to operate, right? I think I have ideas."
Yeah. Oh, ideas.
I think I have ideas. Now, I don't know if it's going to work, but I tried something new. So, us artificers, we have some magic and some technology that likes to explode. Go boom. I love it. I love things that go boom. It's my favorite. And I was telling you how the hardest part about making this crossbow would be launching the grappling hook out of the crossbow with enough force to actually go anywhere. But what if we just exploded it out? Right?
Like a gun?
What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
What is that?
Anyways, so that's interesting.
But yeah, like a thing that explodes and shoots things out of it. That gives it a lot more force than just, you know, a tense string. So I tried it, and then I blew up the gun crossbow thing. And he turns to you and like takes off his hood, and you see his steampunk goggles up, like holding his hair back, and you see like soot all over his face. and like not scorch marks, but like just powder covering him.
Okay. I was also going to ask you a question about something that pertains to what you just discussed as well.
Sure.
You said you like bombs, right?
Anything
Boom.
that explodes. Bombs is a loose term.
How much would I have to pay you to get some very good bombs that spread a lot of like small bearings?
Ooh. Ooh.
I need them for tomorrow to massacre a bunch of insects.
Let me think. Okay, so if I could. Let's take some materials. If you had about 57 gold to spare, I think I could make something like that. It's just a simple, like, spell. And then explosive force. And then you have a satchel with ball bearings with the spell stored in the center. And then we have something to activate the spell. I think I could get that to work.
I'm just casually checking my wallet real quick.
I'm going to say that even if you don't really have enough money, I don't know if we added anything from Drake and Reggio. Or whoever it was. I think it was just Drake, right? Who was buying the fake drugs from you.
Oh yeah, how much did they buy from me?
I'm going to say that they gave you at least, you've earned at least 2 or 3 gold from that point. Which is obviously not enough to cover this, but...
I do have enough, though.
Yeah. So if you can go ahead and give him that, and he's going to be like, okay, yeah, I'll get right on this. Oh, man, I'm excited. You said you need it tomorrow?
Tomorrow, before I leave my adventure, if possible.
When are you leaving?
In the morning, I think.
Ooh. Okay, well, I'm going to go drink some coffee, and I'm going to go work on getting my spells to stay locked in an object and not just releasing whenever I move them and exploding my crossbow. So, I'll get on that.
Would you like any of the remnants of the ankheg? I can bring you a couple back if you'd like.
I don't know if that'll help me. But
okay, no problem.
If you happen to run into any blue iris extract, that would be very helpful because it helps sustain magical effects, and that's what I kind of need to build this stuff, which is what's costing so much money. The spell itself, I could just do that for free, but the materials to put it together, relatively cheap. That would cost maybe a gold, and then the blue iris extract runs a lot.
I'll keep that in mind for you.
You do that. He sets all the stuff on his desk, begins to move a couple pieces, and then he's like, no, I'll just leave it here. And then he goes under to his desk, grabs a couple of things, stuffs them in a satchel, tosses it over his shoulder, and he says, all right, I'm off to work.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. I saw someone else do this. I'm going to try it. And he walks over to the window, opens it, scurries up and out, and you just watch a green hand reach up, grab the window, and slowly shut it. And then you hear him sort of dash off.
Goblins are interesting creatures.
Yes, they are. Anyone else? I know we didn't hit Marcel or Leo. Did you guys have anything special that you were doing the night before to prepare?
No. Marcel will definitely try to work on his speeches as he slay all the ankheg by himself. It's like, haha! I was able to vanquish all of them under the name of Marcel. And then he thinks for a second. No, that doesn't work. Let me try something else. Haha! I knew my group couldn't handle without me. That's why we're a team, because we need to be together, as it be around me, Marcel. No. And then he's gonna keep doing that for another 30 times.
You're sitting there doing all of that and practicing, and your roommate, who is Nelvin, one of the guys that follows Billy around, is sitting in the corner reading, and he goes, hey, you could always say something like, I am the ankheg of this party, and we will slay the ankhegs. Something like that.
I'm already pushing the whole, I'm the one who's doing, all the work and stuff. If I add the pun on top of that, my group will try to kill me.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I
Good
don't want
point.
to
Good point.
push them too far.
Okay, you're absolutely correct. But hey, the speeches sound good. Sounds pretty
Thanks.
cool. I'd be roused by that speech. I'd follow you.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey, that speech was great. If you have a group that won't kill you, try that, man.
I'll think about that. Thanks.
You're welcome. Because here's the thing. The best way to get a whole group together is making sure they all hate you. Work smarter, not harder.
You know, Marcel, that might be one of the smarter things I've heard you say. That's actually... I'll remember that one.
Always. Now go to bed while I need to keep practicing.
Yeah, so you guys spend the rest of the night. You practice for a little bit longer. Leo, do you have anything?
No, Leo is probably just in his room praying, studying, that sort of thing, preparing. He's probably super nervous.
For sure. I will ask you, just because I know that there's a specific theme of things that Leo's church prays about. What's sort of the vibe of this prayer? You don't have to give us word for word, but sort of what's he talking about?
So he's probably mostly saying things that pertain to Corteus and lightning, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. So
I'm
are
not
you...
going to give anything just yet.
Yeah. I will ask to give us a little bit more of a taste of it. Is Leo praying for, like, give me strength, give me guidance, or is he praying for sort of like a different, less common thing? Like, what's the meaning behind the prayer, maybe?
Mostly to act swiftly
I like
in
it.
times of danger. Yeah.
I will say a big theme with Corteus and things like that is acting swiftly, acting decisively, being very confident in your choices. So I definitely think that Leo would be in that vibe of, like, I want to know what's right so I can act on it very quickly and very definitively. I like it.
Exactly.
Well, that's not it for Leo.
Oh.
You end up going to sleep, and your mind is racing back from these letters. You're kind of torn. You have your mom, who wrote you a very caring and nice and sincere letter. You have your brother, who you've been pretty close with, writing you to say, like, oh, I hate that I didn't think to write you sooner. I've been so caught up in my own world. And then you also have a letter from Father Edel, who you've spent a lot of time with in this church. He's been your sort of, like, guiding figure, your mentor. You've been one of the most prevalent younger figures in the church. You've helped out. You've volunteered a lot. So as you're thinking on that, finishing out your prayers and going to sleep, at some point during the night, after a pretty restful sleep, you find yourself in a dream, and it feels very vivid, very alive. You're conscious of the choices you're making. You are feeling the air around you. You look around, and you're at a spot on campus that you don't know personally, but that you've sort of heard about in passing. You're at Isoline Lake, which is just, like, southwest of campus. Not even a mile, really. You're sitting there, sort of on the shoreline, trees off to your right. You're facing north onto this lake. You see the little island out in the middle. You feel like that cool autumn breeze come over the lake and tingle your skin. You're sitting there. There's clouds over the sky. The area darkens and gets very... I don't want to say quiet, because you hear the faint rumbling of thunder, as it's almost like a thunderstorm is very rapidly approaching. But you feel this stillness in the air. Like that feeling like lightning's about to strike, but it hasn't yet. That sort of electricity tingling your skin. I'm going to ask you, does Leo feel very guided right now? Like when you pray about being decisive and being confident in your decisions, does he feel like he can do that right now? Or is he praying because he thinks he can't?
He's mostly praying because he doesn't believe that he can. I think he's in a state where having to make a choice of fighting or violence, he doesn't know where he is.
With that being said, this sort of doubt that's creeping up in Leo, I don't want to say creeping up, it's probably been there. I don't want to say Leo's the most confident person in the world and he's running into doubt. This is something that Leo's probably faced for a long time. You're standing there on the shore of the lake, and then you feel yourself, your conscious self, shunted back 100, 150 feet as you're suddenly standing at the tree line looking at the lake from a much greater distance. You're sitting there looking and you see from where you moved, that empty space, the water rippling out from the force of you moving backwards this fast. There is a quick flash of lightning and the sound of booming thunder as you see like a shadowed figure standing where you just were. And in that instantaneous moment of this lightning striking down what feels like super close to you, this shadowy figuring appear. You are jolted awake as the rising sun and sound of birds singing fills your ears, and it is morning time.
Oh, fuck. Leo kind of just like rubs his chest, his heart's like pounding, sweating.
Definitely not a comforting thing. Definitely kind of leaving you in some unrest. You still got all the benefits of a long rest, just to let you know, but
Nice.
definitely something that's sort of got you on edge, I'll say.
It's a bad omen.
Possibly.
Oh, shit.
But moving forward with
exciting.
that, you guys all wake up sort of on your own time. You make your preparations to go on this next challenge. And in your own time, make your way down to Rorsch Plaza, where Professor Rant is sitting there waiting for you guys. Her office door is open. You can sort of smell this like wafting scent of like fresh baked bread and I don't want to say sweets, but like fruity smells coming from where she probably had breakfast. And you guys sort of file in slowly as Professor Rant welcomes you guys in. And when you're all here, she will look to you all and say, all right, looks like it's about time for you guys to go. Any last questions before we head out? You guys sort of know what you're doing? Have any ideas?
Hey, Professor Rance.
Hey, Marcel. Glad to see you're looking chipper again. For better
I
or for
am.
worse. We all good?
He said things for a bit. He's like, oh. So, speaking about, how far away is the nest from us? Is it gonna be a long trip?
It's probably going to take you guys quite a bit. Yeah, it's, I want to say like 10 to 15 miles away, somewhere along that range.
All right. Because I'm guessing we don't want to be there too long, or
No, that's the
other
reason.
stuff than the ankegs to kill us.
Yeah, that's the reason I had you guys sort of head out now, is to get us on a much more realistic schedule where you guys weren't struggling to get back to school during the day.
Oh, we have still classes. Oh,
No,
it
it is definitely Saturday, but yeah, you guys, Professor Ranth explains it to you to say that like this could very well take like the majority of a day. So you guys are leaving at breakfast so that you might get back like shortly after lunch, or maybe peeking into the early afternoon. So, no questions? You guys all confident? I mean, you've killed one before, but if you need any, like, tactics or advice, I'll gladly give it. Or I can just let you guys, do things yourself.
Do they like explosives?
I would not know. That would be highly informational to test.
I'll be testing it thoroughly then.
All right.
And we're gonna be going there by foot, right?
Yes. I mean, unless you guys have horses.
Leo, how about you get on all fours and you'll be our horse?
Um,
I don't think Leo
No.
wants to. Anyways, yes,
well,
you'll be
that
going on
question
foot.
completely killed Leo. He's gone now, forever.
Yeah, it looks like he's having a moment of prayer. Let's leave him to it outside.
Praying the horses away.
Did want to be a horse.
All right. Well,
So, lead the way, Professor Rand.
no, that's all right.
Oh,
I have other things to work on and to do with my time. But I'm so glad that you guys are volunteering to do this. I wish you the best of luck. I have some written down instructions here for how to get there. You'll just head straight south from here, and when you hit the river, you will turn west and continue down the river until you run into the holes again.
okay. The holes.
Yeah, you know, the burrowing holes from ankheg's. Anyway, at the center most dense part of that, there should be a large cavern, a large cave for the adults to get through, which is where you'll probably have to enter. It'll be kind of cramped and tight, so just bear that in mind if any of you are claustrophobic.
Yeah, I'm used to clampets and close spaces.
Interesting.
So it takes the paper.
She sort of like hands it off to you very carefully, and she says, "All right, good luck."
Rosarius. Wait, no. Atira. Oh, no. Gwen. One of you guys. Who wants a map or instructions?
I'll take it.
Okay, here you go, Gwen.
Thank you.
Lead us to victory, he says, like in a weird pose on top of a desk.
Please don't stand on my desk, Marcel.
Slowly gets down from the desk, just keeping the pose.
Ranth wipes the desk off and she says, "All right, don't die to acid, I guess. Have fun."
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She gives you guys a sort of half smile, lets you out of her office, and then closes the door behind you.
Okay, let's go. Marcel starts
All right.
heading out.
I'll tell Marcel with the map.
And then Marcel will tell Gwen, because Gwen actually has instructions.
Love to see it. All right, so to give you guys a visual representation of what we're looking at, Uralumis is, let's pretend that it's at the center right here of this map that we're looking at. Isoline Lake is directly to the west, like I just mentioned from Leo's dream. And then directly south, you have this big foresty area that surrounds campus. And eventually, after about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 or so miles, that forest eventually dissolves and disappears and gives way to, shortly after, a river that runs through the area. And then there's like a set of small mountains on the other side, like cliffy, rocky mountains. So you guys are going to be heading directly south, and whenever you hit the river, just turning west and heading that way to find where these ankhegs are coming from.
So, Rosarius, any good jokes?
It sounds to me like Kieran is the jovial one. And I hear he has an interest in poetry. Perhaps he'd like to read it.
Oh.
Don't want to embarrass you guys, though. You know, you might have some ideas. Here's a few jokes, I guess, if you really want them. What do you call a snail that can't get anything done?
Oh, God.
A snailular.
Sorry, is just gonna walk away from that just and go up to the front towards Gwen and try to strike up a conversation.
Wait, come back. You started this.
As you
Marcel,
guys
she
are
has a
beginning
point.
to walk out and Kieran makes this terrible, terrible joke, you guys hear the quick patting of feet and huffing of breath as you turn around and look, and there is a short little like 3-foot goblin kind of running full speed at you, but he's carrying this satchel that he's being very careful with. He just says, "Hey, wait. Stop.
You gonna join us?
No.
Oh,
Oh my
I thought
god.
we were gonna have a new goblin friend.
No, I gotta go back to sleep. I'm so tired. I almost forgot that you're leaving. Good morning." Ugh.
Oh, this is my roommate.
Hi, my name's Thatch. Thatch Backley. I'm a goblin. Goblin artificer. I like things that
I
explode.
couldn't tell.
Very talented one at that.
Thank you. Anyway, Kieran, I think I got it.
So, okay. So, how do I use this without it killing me?
He takes out
What?
this small
Yes.
combination of like metal platings with a thick leather strap wrapped around it and tied. And he hands it to you and he says, "First of all, be very careful with that. Second of all, whenever you use it, make sure to throw it not close to where you are." Other than that,
Marcel takes a couple steps back.
so here's what you're
Here's
gonna do.
doing the same.
You are going to smack it very hard to activate the little spell storing thing that I'm working with on this, and you're gonna throw it. And when you throw it, it's gonna explode with enough force to rip the leather straps off, and it has a bunch of ball bearings in it, and it's gonna shoot those out everywhere.
Wonderful. How many do I have?
Hypothetically, I just made one. The other one exploded.
Okay. That is nice to know. So, guys, this is what we're going to use to make this job easier.
Yeah,
Did you say ball bearings?
yeah.
Yes.
I put
Did you say the other one exploded?
Uh-huh.
And now we have the one that
He
right
he
here.
takes down his little steampunk goggles, and you see that one of the eyes is like completely cracked and like missing some glass in it. And he says, "Yeah, it exploded."
How do we know this isn't gonna explode just while we're walking?
Because Kieran's not gonna hit it, right?
Yes, I'm not going to hit it.
Okay, well, yeah, don't do that, and you should be good.
How did the other one explode?
I hit it
Oh,
on accident.
was it like a light tap?
No, it was like I was trying to fasten the metal pieces together, and then I was hitting them to fasten them together, and then it activated the stone inside it, and it but this one I just wrapped with leather. That's gonna be easier.
Perfect. Thank
All
you.
I'm saying, Kieran in the back. Say I.
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 Okay, majority rules. Let's all move forward, and
You
Kieran
can tell
stay in
your
the back.
jokes from there.
Kieran, you
Yeah.
have jokes?
Of course, like Marcel's a failure, you know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It is snail that fails.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
Gwen, you were leading us somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I have jokes.
cool.
Oh, sure, give us one.
Cliche.
Okay. What do you call a bunch of rotten fruit thrown out in a trash can?
Trash fruit.
No, lunch. And then he like leans back laughing, slaps himself on the knee, and he says, "Oh, I'm funny. I'm gonna go to sleep. Bye, guys." And then he just
I
walks
love
off.
goblin humor.
Gwen just kind of chuckles a little bit.
Goblin, man. They're the best.
And he walks
That guy
off.
actually has a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you guys
so
are
Gwen,
left standing. there.
Forward. Onwards.
Yep, I just keep following the map.
Cool.
Well, it's like instructions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
mean,
little instruction things.
Using the sun as your guide, you sort of look off to the rising sun in the west and judge roughly where south would be and head south. And from there, it is going to be a little bit of a trek. I won't, go with all of the math, but I will ask you guys, how fast are you traveling? Are you sort of taking your time and walking super slowly, kind of taking in the sights, being very cautious about it, or is it more of a we're trying to get to our destination faster?
I think we'll all be kind of strolling around because it's like 15 miles or whatever. So it's like it's no point of running all 15 miles.
Yeah, and 15 was definitely on the longer end of that, so it could very well be shorter. But I'll let you guys decide. The official mechanics are you can go 2 miles per hour, 3 miles per hour, or 4 miles per hour. 2, you're able to use stealth. 3 is normal, and 4 is you lose some passive perception.
3.
3 is fine with me.
Yeah.
3 or 4, whichever one you guys want.
I go 3.
I'm cool. As
Yeah.
long as we get.
Yeah, it looks like we're saying 3. So you guys are going at just a normal walking pace. You're not walking too fast, but you're definitely not strolling and taking your time. As you guys are walking, I want to let you guys tell me what fills the time, because at a 3 mile per hour pace, it's going to be at least 2.5, 3 hours before you get close to your destination.
So, what you guys' thoughts on those clubs, remember? I kind of like the bro club, and that religious order thing was kind of fun. A lot of fun debates.
Yes. There was some fun debates. No hard feelings, Leo.
None taken.
And with Rosari's hearing the talk about debates, he remembers something and he's going to try to just talk quietly to Gwen on our way up. And he's
Mark
just
don't
going
try to like put it out his ear.
to go right ahead. And I'm slightly trying to hide it, so if we want to roll something for you to hear it, that's fine with me.
I'm also gonna try and see if I can figure out what's going on.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
Like, very close.
That's a good question. There's no mechanic for like whispering or anything like that. So
Yeah,
I'm just
please
gonna
don't make it stealth, because that's a horrible thing.
Wow,
I will
Or
say
if
you guys
you want,
roll
I could give the
perception.
map to Marcel, and we can just kind of go off to the side of it.
It's a bad idea. I love you, Marcel.
I love you too, Leo.
We can just talk. It's fine. They can overhear. It's perfectly fine. Rosari's just gonna walk up next to you and say, I saw the look you were giving the druids while they were wild shaping the bear fighting. Who did you lose?
Where did you get this from?
There's a peculiar look of anger and hatred that I often see in myself whenever I see a certain group of people, and I sort of move my head towards Leo, and he says, I know the look of hatred, and that hatred only comes from losing someone. Who did you lose?
Gwen's just kind of quiet for a second.
If it
And then
helps, I lost my parents, if that helps.
I lost my entire clan.
Were you old enough to remember it?
Yes.
I was blessed and cursed to not be old enough, so I can't say I completely understand your feelings. But I do know that we both know, logically speaking, we cannot hold our party members to blame for what happened, but I also know our emotions don't care about logic or reasoning. They are difficult to control.
Yeah. You have a fair point. It's just kind of hard when you see everyone in your village just get decimated, fire everywhere, creatures coming down and attacking everyone. But
Again, I never got to see it happen, but I do remember seeing the remnants of my village. So I partially understand it. I will never fully understand, but we both have things we need to work on, and I'll tell you what. If you help me deal with Leo, I'll help you deal with Athera. Even if that means I don't talk to Leo as much and you talk to him for me, and I'll talk to Athera for you. But at some point, we do need to overcome our emotions.
Maybe.
I'm not.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, I'm not asking for any confirmation. I'm just letting you know your emotions aren't unheard and unfelt.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I think with that, Rosaris is going to get out of your way so that you can focus on navigating without hearing like the clank, 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 clank of his chainmail just like right in your ear. So he'll back up a little bit to let the ranger do ranger things.
And everyone in the group also backs up a little bit, so it's like, oh, we totally didn't hear what's going on.
Yeah, can you confirm, GM, did everybody hear that?
I don't want to say everybody, but here's what I would like to do. I think I figured out how to do this. You don't have to roll perception to hear that. You have to roll stealth versus Rosari's perception to be able to hear that without him knowing. So, quick check who wants to listen in. Obviously, Athera was one of them. I think Marcel maybe was one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marcel.
I totally want to listen in. It's my whole thing.
Yeah. Leo?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's just say we all want to listen.
We all. I was
Like, we
right.
all listen.
Roll. Everybody roll a stealth check. Rosari's roll a perception check. If you notice one person listening, I am fine with you assuming everyone is listening.
I want you all to know I have a +0, so I can't. I don't see Kieran at all already.
21.
Does
Do you
I
think
got
you had a chance to see me?
5?
I got 20.
I was
Whoa.
so focused on talking to Gwen. I just was locked on talking to her, trying to, have this connection between party members that I did not realize it was a group effort.
Hold on. To
With
go
a
through
natural
these
one.
rolls so far, Athera rolled a 5 for stealth. Marcel got a 20. Rosari's rolled a nat 1 perception. What did Kieran get for stealth?
21.
Cool. Leo, you're listening, right?
Yeah, I got an 8.
You got an 8. Was that with
Yeah.
disadvantage?
No.
That's why I didn't want to
you're-
roll stealth.
You're
buddy.
wearing heavy armor, so you have disadvantage on this because he can hear you. Roll one more
Yeah.
time. And if you roll a nat
One.
1, that might flip this whole thing on its head.
That is a 2.
Oof. I will say this. Rosaris does not see or hear anyone get closer to listen in, but you speak in a very quiet and hushed tone, and you hear the footsteps of your group walking behind you. This conversation is just between you and Gwen. You think that they might have picked up on some pieces of it, but you seemed very careful not to be uber specific, so you don't really have any cause to be worried.
Yeah. Again, I think between the cling clang of my own armor, I can't hear Leo's, and so I'm, just trying to have this very personal moment, which is honestly, I think the reason why Rosaris doesn't notice anything, he's like, I'm proud of myself. I am opening up to someone that he doesn't realize he's opening up to the entire party.
Yeah, you're giving yourself a little pat on the back for, I talked to someone. And then the whole party is just like, he talked to us.
To us.
Uh,
I think I understand what's going on.
After Resaries kind of backs off a bit, Gwen's just kind of gonna speed up just a little bit so no one sees her face, because she kind of feels emotional and kind of wants to hide it.
yeah. Very easily, you get to the front of the group, pull out the instructions for where to go again. You're checking your surroundings, and that goes fairly unnoticed.
I was in the front of the group. Now I'm also in the front of the group. Wait, double front of the group, guys. 20 feet in front of us. It's like, Gwen, where are you going?
That nat 1 was crazy.
Crazy good timing. That's what I'm talking about.
I-
And then David with a
Told you,
nat
man.
2. Almost.
Like it. It's
Almost.
I told you, Rosaris, that the nat 1's in you. It's never gonna go away.
All right. With that being said, you guys fill me in. anything else? Like, does Marcel fill the air with jokes? Is someone like reading as they walk? What's the overall action of the party as you guys are going through?
Marcel will
You're-
assume that Rosarius is looking his surroundings because Rosarius is a very astute person who's very perceptive and can understand everything that's going on. So Marcel will be right now marking as many trees as he can. It's like, we went this way, we went this way with his swords. So when we come back, we'll see hundreds of Marcel's initials.
Sure.
Aetheria's gonna like, as he's doing that, she's kind of like go over to him at one point and say, "You know, they all can feel that when you do it."
It's an honor, right? Think of it like a tattoo. You can feel it when it goes on you, right? So it's like, think of it as a Marcel tattoo.
Yeah, but I don't think I would choose to have a Marcel tattoo.
I mean, they could decline. Not declining. So they accepted the Marcel tattoo.
Oh man, is there something that I can talk to the tree?
Do you have
Not
like
yet.
speak with plants?
I don't have that.
Yeah. No.
Wait. But I'm
Wait.
gonna lean my ear against the tree and pretend that I'm doing that.
Marcel be like, oh, I hear it.
No,
They
do
said
you
they
hear that?
want another tattoo.
Marcel, I can actually speak to plants because I'm a druid. I can speak to animals, I can speak to plants. If we want to settle this, I can actually just ask the tree if it wants a tattoo or not.
Wait, you really?
Yeah, I have a whole class about it.
Okay. Talk to the tree right now. This
Okay,
one.
well, it's a
What's
little
the thing?
shy. You want to take
Or is it
like,
her name? Is it a man or woman?
whoa. One question at a time.
Okay.
What's your most important question?
Well, how does this growing leaves feel? Is it like growing hair, or is it like something else? Things eat leaves, right? So, like, does it hurt when something eats the leaves? Or honestly, what if you're just growing a bunch of leaves? Squirrels, like, squirrels mess with leaves too, and like birds. Tell them, how does leaves growing feel?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll ask that. And I'm gonna turn to the tree and like put both hands on it. Take a deep breath like I'm focusing. Dear tree, this gentleman wants to know, how does it feel to grow leaves? And then I'm gonna rest my head against the tree with my ear against it.
Can I just say, before Aethera pulls away, the other four of you that are definitely further up than them notice that they stopped, and you all like pause to look back, and you just see Aethera and Marcel. Like, you see Aethera hugging the tree, and Marcel standing there just like, yeah. And they're like 50 feet behind you, and you just see them from a distance talking to a tree. Continue.
I'm gonna wait like 15 seconds. And then I'm gonna pull away. She says that it feels like a miraculous thing of new birth because each leaf is like another little part of itself. And when people come and pick the leaves, it's like losing a piece of themselves.
I have the same thought process when someone like picks one of my hairs. That's pretty deep.
That's really deep.
Right in here.
I'm gonna pat his back and then walk away.
Rosarius is gonna look up from his book and
Continues.
just yell at them like, "Hurry up! Gwen's leaving us behind. Let's go!"
She can talk to trees!
And
That's what Marcel would yell out.
and to go off of Marcel saying I'm very perceptive, yeah, Rosarius is definitely just reading his book from Arihala, just the entire walk down.
As he's following Aethera to look, he's reading a book and he knew we're behind him. This guy is super perceptive.
I mean, he might have eyes in the back of his head. I haven't checked.
Oh. Are you serious?
Marcel,
I never
just
actually
look at
seen it. That's why he wears the helmet all the time.
I mean, it might be.
Oh.
You
Oh,
should try
no.
take it off sometime. See if it's there. If he has eyes back there.
Oh, that'd be terrifying. Like, what if I just like rip off the helmet and then his two eyes just like opens up and I'm like,
I mean, it's more terrifying not to know if it's there or not.
Hurry up, you two.
why sometimes I see him scratch his head. Does he scratch his eyeball?
That is very disturbing.
I'm scared, dear. I'm scared. Let's hurry up
Okay.
and go before they notices
Yeah.
us.
Maybe that's best.
And just because we already have this ready to go, Rosari said he's reading a book as you walk. What are you reading, and what are some of the contents of it? Like, describe it to us.
Hey, can we show it on Twitch?
I actually can.
Yeah, Shorty wrote it. So it is. Well, Lasilda asked me to help out on homework, so I'm doing some of the reading from our book we got from Maria Halal called A Forward on Religious Studies. And it's basically like the first half lists like names, titles, summaries about the major pantheon of gods called the Greater Divines, and then the rest of it is like a lot of poems and other literature written sort of about the gods. So Rosari's is, how many weeks of school into it are we? Like 3?
I think you're going into the 4th week after this weekend, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Rosari's has like 2 chapters left. He's almost done.
Sick. Just flexing, showing off my books that I've written for this. Anyway, you guys continue on. Marcel cracks some jokes. Rosari's is reading a little bit. Gwen is leading the way. Athir is talking to trees. Kieran is probably like holding this device that was given to him by Thatch in his hands and sort of inspecting it, being very, very gentle with it. You guys eventually get out of this clearing to the forest. The tree line starts to slowly fade out and go into these like hilly grasslands, and as you guys continue on for another mile or so, you bump into this river, which from y'all's direction would be running right to left. And you guys know you're turning west, so you turn right, look upstream of the river, and Gwen continues to lead the way. As you begin to approach, getting out of the forest, you guys start to see some of the holes slowly start to appear. A couple were back with the trees, but now they're getting a little more common. They get slightly bigger in size as you continue on, sort of away from this river a little bit, just heading in that direction. And they start to pop up more and more. As they begin to pop up more and more, you guys notice... Actually, I'll have Gwen give me a survival check.
Okay.
And hopefully roll good on it.
Come on. No.
Been doing all that practice. Oh my gosh.
5, baby.
Yes.
Oh, we love Rangers!
Gwen was
Yeah.
just hearing one of Marcel's jokes and it got really distracted. Like,
I'm
I could
just
stop laughing.
too distracted with the conversation with the Saris.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's what I'm gonna say. On a 5, because this is something that like you don't get to choose to notice or not. Like it's gonna happen. You guys are walking and you notice a couple of these holes start to pop up every once in a while, and you're so distracted you're like holding up the note, not even reading it at this point. It's like 3 lines long. You've memorized it. As you're walking,
Still holding it up.
yeah, you're still holding it up and like checking around. You step in one of the holes and your foot drops like a foot, and you step and then pull your shoe out with like your boot, and you pull it out, and there's obviously dirt on it that you start to wipe away, and you start to notice like little traces of that like blackish gray acid that the ankheg spits that's like in the dirt that's loose here.
Okay. I kind of imagine Gwen to not wear boots, but
Whatever you want to
considering
describe that as. It's not gonna hurt you, but I didn't realize Gwen was the kind of girl to just walk around barefoot, dogs out.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. She would have to find some special boots. She got claws for feet.
Yeah,
true.
it's like
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
it's like if you're a fantasy creature with different types of foot, why bother with a shoe? Honestly.
Shit's expensive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Okay, no shoe, but you step in the hole, you pull your foot out, kick some of the dirt off, and you start to notice some of those just little amounts of that gooey acid left on some stuff. And you know that you're getting closer.
Are you okay, Gwen?
All right. Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay, so you want to hear one of my jokes? One of my bug jokes?
Yeah.
Okay. Marcel starts laughing a bit before he's even telling the joke. Why does Professor Rant not like bugs?
I think she quite likes bugs, actually.
But why does she not?
I don't know.
Because they can be irritating. Get it? Like the bug bee?
Wow, you're so funny, Marcel. Wow, yeah.
I get that a lot. I was working on that one for a couple hours. It
I
was.
think you should.
I saw a
you
bee.
and,
That was my big inspiration.
You and Thatch should get together and just like trade some inspiration for your jokes sometime.
Yeah, Thatch, my hero. I mean, I wouldn't be here without
Yeah?
him. Sorry, it's just like,
So, anyways, guys, are we heading somewhere?
oh yeah, right. Gwen, are we close?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go closer.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
letting
perfect.
you lead it now. You describe to me sort of how you're navigating this as these holes start to appear a little more frequently.
Well, I don't know. I guess I just keep going the direction we've been going to where there's more holes. Maybe see if there's more acid on the ground and like follow that.
Man, yeah, this place is more holier than a church. Get it, Leo? That's a religious joke for you.
I heard you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had that one with cheese before.
Anyway,
Hi, cheese.
Save us.
yeah, so you continue on. You said you're paying specific attention to like where the acid seems a little bit more dense, where there's more of it. You're sort of kind of navigating in that direction. That's going to bring you away from the river a little bit as these holes start to pop up more and more. Start to notice this trail start to form of like, oh, there's a hole here. I see one out there. You begin to follow that, sort of taking note of how much acid is in the dirt and on the ground. Eventually, after about another 15 or 20 minutes of walking and following these holes, and them getting more and more dense and more common, you guys approach closer to the tree line again. You're probably about halfway between the river and the trees at this point, and you see a like mound sort of off in the distance, like 100 feet away from you guys, where there's obviously like a very big hole that's been dug out that you guys could sort of go in, but it's built up almost like an anthill. But it looks massive, like big enough for
Okay.
easily at least one person to fit in.
Okay, guys, hold up. How do you guys want to go in there first? Because we now know where we need to be, but want to order, like, how do you want us to order ourselves in?
We're going
Rosarius, you
in
want to
there.
go first, or you want me to go first?
I feel like Rosario should go first.
All right.
Fine with me.
Maybe
Okay,
with a
Rosarius, you-
torch.
Just keep in
wait,
mind.
wait. How many of us can't see in the dark?
People can't see in the dark.
Yeah, I can see in the dark.
I can see in the dark a little bit.
Leo?
I
A
can't.
little bit.
I can see in the dark.
Gwen?
You
No.
Oh.
guys smell burning stuff behind you. You see me lighting a small torch. So you see, I'm a human. One thing we suck at is seeing in the dark.
Sounds like a personal problem, but sure. You can be torchbearer.
Speaking of personal problems, if I go in first, just realize all of the bugs will know we're coming. I don't know if you noticed, but I am not quiet on the way here. And I
I
have an
feel on the
idea.
back.
So it might say we might split up, but we have to all go through the same mound.
I have an idea. You might not like it though.
I'm not holding the explosive.
No, I will be.
Okay.
The
I like that
idea
idea.
is I am the quickest one in the group. I'm the one the most stealthy. I go in to the very center, sneak past as many as I can, get as deep as I can, light off the bomb, and get the hell out of there.
But can you see it
That'll
in there?
draw majority. No, but that's just okay. I can't see in there, but I have been able to be in dark areas before. It's when you grow up on the streets, you know how to navigate things quite dark.
Okay.
However, I wouldn't mind. Athera, you can wild shape, right?
Time I checked.
How about you wild shape into something that can sit on my shoulder and help me guide around the area? Something small.
I swear to fucking God, if you pull a Ratatouille, I'm ending this campaign right now.
Okay, now we have to pull Ratatouille.
Yeah, it has to happen.
Yeah,
I mean, Kieran is a redhead, so I mean, we're already like really close by.
a redhead
Who's the hot?
human.
Who's the hot French chick? We don't have one though.
It's Gwen.
Marcel be your French chick.
It's me.
Marcel is French.
The thing that you guys need to know though is the second part of the plan. I'm only the person that gets them out of the hole. Y'all are the ones gonna cover my six when I get the hell out of there. Can you do that for me?
I did it last time. I can do it again.
Yeah.
Did you do it last time?
If I remember correctly, I'm the one that was on the front line against both the boar and the ankheg last time, so yes, I think I did.
Fair enough. Anyways, I will go in. I will be heroic. Marcel, if you dare boast about it, I will find you, and I will put something in your underwear. Sound good?
Huh? I didn't hear that.
So, are you going in alone, or do you still want me to come with you?
I'd still like you to come with me. If you don't mind. Consent and all
You
that.
promise not to get us blown up with those things.
This will be the first promise I've made in a very long time that I actually want to hold.
Okay. I'm gonna trust you. And she will wild shape into a rat.
Okay, get inside the hat.
I am not. She'll just sit there and kind of like gesture with one paw, like pick me up. I'm not gonna.
I pick her up and I put her on my shoulder. You make quite a cute rat, not gonna lie. Do you want a little hitty scratch?
I'm gonna slap him. And like
I got
point with
some
one little
cheese.
finger.
I will say there is something that we learned from the last time we fought, and they are bearing creatures, so maybe they also have a good sense of the ground. So make sure you're light on your feet.
I take off my shoes. I'll be good.
Everyone's going barefoot today.
Okay, everyone's barefoot. Foot out party. Come on, guys. All show your piggies in front of everyone.
No.
Oh. Okay, I'll just show mine then.
I don't have 10 minutes.
So so the rest of us will just be out here holding our position, and we'll fire at any bugs we see.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, that sounds like fine, good enough. Have fun, you guys. And how long does your transformation last, Athera?
Hold up the amount of pause that your transformation lasts.
Yeah. Including your tail. You can use your tail as well.
Yeah, we'll start with hours and work our way down.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I have to find it. I don't remember.
I love our druid.
we
I
really-
totally forget how long I can do this.
I mean, to be fair, Athera probably doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh,
Just
yeah.
like-
Oh, that's...
He's holding up all 10. Okay. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
All right.
She's gonna point again.
Okay, so as those two start leaving... Okay, Leo, so if they come back and injured, you'll be there to help them and heal them, right?
Yes, I'll be there.
All right. Gwen, you have good eyes, so you could be able to fire with your bow, and me and Rosarius will try to get close and personal to slow them down so we get the corpses in case they died.
Yeah.
Go team!
I will say, if there's a lot, I suggest coming back. There's no point in dying.
I'm the one person I actually care about in this party. You think I would kill myself to do this?
Sounds like you're cocky and you might get both of you killed.
I'll show you one thing, that's for sure. Let's go do this.
All right, really quick before we do anything, Kieran and Athera, I need both of your max HPs to update your token.
I'm
My
pretty
actual
sure.
or my wild shape?
I'm pretty sure a wild shape has 1.
Just your actual wild shape, your rat form has like 1 HP. We know that.
Yeah.
I got 15.
I got 21.
21. Love beefy druids. All right. So here, I'm going to describe this differently to each of you because you have 2 different things going on here.
Yeah.
First things first, before anything else happens, creepy music. Shout out to Bardley for the music for this, by the way.
You're welcome.
Kieran, you climb sort of up on this mound that's like a couple of feet tall. It's this big pile of dirt, and it has this huge cavernous opening into it that you can sort of slide down into. It's at a like pretty steep angle, like 45 degrees, and then it sort of levels out and then continues to wind down and turn and twist that you can see just from being here on the surface. Athera, you're holding on to Kieran's clothes as Kieran leads the way. You slide down in there, and immediately the scent of this acidic, almost citric, gooey, nasty smell fills the air as this cavern just reeks of... The only word I can think of is grossness. You guys have dealt with this ankheg before. You know what kind of acid they spit out. So mix that with a lot of dirt, and then they don't have janitors in there, so the unkept smell of a big old cavern. You go in, and it is kind of just big enough for you to like fit in comfortably and stand up and walk. It is just a little bit more than 5 foot wide and then like 6 feet tall cavern, roughly circular. It's got a lot of jagged edges from where the dirt has fallen off or been pushed up against it. And then as you begin to walk, you slowly lose sight, and that is where I'm going to switch to Athera with your dark vision. Everything is in grayscale here, but as you begin to walk through these dark, twisting, turning caverns of dirt, getting further and further underground, how do you lead Kieran's way? Or Kieran, how do you tell her how to lead?
Tell her to tap on my right and my left to my head to get me to go a different direction. And 2 taps is a stop.
So I'm sitting on your head.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Kieran, I need you to take 8 million points of psychic damage for referencing a copyrighted movie.
Hey, I'm not wearing a hat though. I'm not cooking food.
Good point. So Athera, you kind of lead the way. Kieran, you bump into the walls a couple of times, but you guys eventually get the hang of it where you can slowly pace yourselves through here. This grayscale cavern that you see, after a couple of minutes of walking, slowly begins to open up and get a little bit bigger. You also notice smaller tunnels beginning to form sort of to the left, to the right. There's a couple that are down that you have to like tell him to stop and then sort of guide him over Kieran, you like feel a hole in the ground that you kick and avoid stepping on. As this larger central cavern begins to branch off into these small caverns that you guys wouldn't be able to fit in. Athera could, but Kieran definitely not. They are like 3 feet in diameter. As you continue, I'm going to go ahead and switch us to our map here. You guys are going to be the only ones that can see anything. But if you guys watch the stream, you'll be able to see it.
Turning on stream now.
Yeah. You guys are walking up. And then, Athera, you hit what will probably be the first of the actual, like, decisions you guys have to make. You can kind of see that there's a path down to the right that looks big enough for you guys to walk through. And then this larger central cavern continues on straight. And there are multiple little smaller caverns to the left and right.
Can I tell if there's, like, signs that either cavern has been used more than the other?
Go ahead, and I'm going to call this a survival check. Almost like a tracking type situation. Go ahead and give me one. And I will give you... Actually, no advantage.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Ooh, 23.
Oh,
Yeah, you can easily tell. This one off to the right looks a lot less populous. The one down the center seems to be like the... If this were like a highway, that's like a back road off to the right. This is very clearly, it's got a lot more scratches in the dirt from these ankhegs walking. It's got more like acid along the walls where they've carved out these tunnels and stuff like that. So you can tell that the center one is going to be the more, I guess, populated traversal.
Cool. I will tap him on the head and lead him down the center one.
Cool.
Okay.
Kieran, I'll just ask, how are you feeling? You're blindly following a theory here. And the smell of noxious acid is filling your nose. You feel this, like, crusty dirt with occasional splatters of goo underneath you. And even though it's so dark down here, you feel like the walls are very close to you. Like you're holding your hands out to try to keep track of the walls and everything. How's Kieran feeling?
He's trying to keep himself together right now, like keeping his mask on himself to pretend he's all confident in the situation, but he keeps getting these images in his head of like his childhood and stuff, and being in dark alleyways and smelling horse crap everywhere. He's just kind of trying to keep it together right now. You know.
For sure. As you are walking, you know, there's this little bend in the cavern that goes off to the left and then hooks back right, and you guys continue to go through there. Kieran, can you give me a stealth check?
Okay. I'm scared now. Okay. 18.
That's good. It's pretty good. You walk very softly, your feet just squishing into the dirt. Continuing on, and you hear the faint chitters and clacking, the familiar sounds of the ankheg as you hear their mandibles clacking together. You hear them not speaking, but making those little bug chirping noises. And we continue on. Thera, you lead Kieran down this little hallway where you're slowly walking, and again, it splits in two. You have a larger cavern, this time to your right, and what looks to be a slightly smaller cavern that branches off to the left.
Oh. Am I still able to kind of tell which one's been used more?
Yeah, the larger cavern down and to the right, that one's the more used one.
Okay, we'll go that way.
Fantastic. As you begin walking down this hallway, the sounds of the chittering are more and more prevalent as you guys stop before it opens up into a very large room. And because of that 18 stealth check, You now see a total of 3 ankhegs. 1 larger, which looks like an adult, and then 2 small ones. Kieran, you don't see anything. You just hear the faint chattering and clicking in this dark, empty cavern that's kind of echoing off the walls. But Athera, with your dark vision and your rat form, you see them slowly moving around.
I'm gonna like smack him on the head to desperately get him to stop.
I kind of give her a little tippy tap. Like a, hey, is this the spot kind of thing?
I'll like tap twice nicely. And then, yeah.
Okay. I grab out the bomb. I do the instructions well.
What are those
I give her a-
instructions?
Oh no, I have to remember them. Don't you have to hit the thing and then throw it as far as possible?
I'm gonna. Ugh.
I don't know, I'm supposed to remember this?
Can I see that he's confused?
You can see him like holding the thing and then like kind of looking around a little bit and very, very like awkwardly not knowing what to do.
Is
See, I should have made a notes of this, okay? I'm an engineer in real life.
A question: how are you going to read a note in darkness?
That's true.
It also did not come with written instructions.
I'm going to hop off his shoulder to the ground. Drop wild shape. Grab the bomb from him, smack it, and then toss it at the biggest ankheg.
All right, that's a very quick use of a turn. I'm immediately going to switch the vibe here. Athera jumps off the shoulder, unwild shapes rather stealthily. It's not like it makes a ton of noise. You grab the bomb from him, smack it, and then throw it into this little cavern here. Just sort of at the bigger one or just in the center?
Directly at the big one.
Sick. I need you to roll me
Oh, dang it.
2d8 plus
Oh, okay.
4d4.
Oh boy, that's a big bomb.
Okay, wait. 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the radius, do we?
No, you guys don't know anything about it.
Plus
That's
4d4?
the great
Yep.
thing about goblin stuff, right?
Okay. Should be getting the total there.
Cool. So 20 total. How much of that was the d8s? So the d8s are 2 and 4. That's 6. And then we got the 44 was 4, 4, 2, and 4. Damn. So that's 14.
Dang, that's awesome.
You watch as you toss the bomb out, and I'm actually going to say that you have a good couple of seconds to decide what you want to do before it explodes.
I'm gonna grab Kieran's hand and run us back out the way we came.
Absolutely. You
Yeah,
grab Kieran's hand,
all the way.
you lead him out. So let's do some math here. You have 30 feet of movement, right?
35.
35? Okay, that's fine. You drag Kieran. You
Yeah.
toss it. As you're running through this cavern, you immediately, as you take steps and throw this thing, hear the chittering sounds like spark up and start paying attention to whatever noise that was. And then you hear a large boom sound, fairly similar to like whenever you guys were in that combat, and I think you were in Leo's body maybe, and had to cast Thunderwave. Sounds very similar to that, like a loud crack, a loud thunder echoes through the hallway as you begin to rush Kieran out. These ankhegs immediately like screech and shrill and yell in pain as this explodes and a bunch of balls are launched all across the room.
Oh, I'm guessing Marcel and the outside group can hear that.
Yeah, you guys hear the very faint like Boom, underneath the
All
ground.
right, guys, get up and prepare. They're coming out, hopefully.
All right, Athera, Kieran, I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw as you're running out of the cave.
Yes.
Oh my god, was it that big of an explosion?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. 18.
19.
18,
Boom.
19. Nice. You guys aren't going to take a lot of damage then.
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah. You guys are going to take... You guys are going to take
What did you put in
6
those?
points of damage each as you're running out of the cave and those holes from the walls start to become populated. And in y'all's running out, ankheg arms reach out and scratch at your legs from these smaller ankhegs. But you guys can still get out. You're just taking points of damage as you go. And with that, you guys rush out of the cavern. You drag Kieran out of there, and you guys climb up out into the sunlight. And behind you, you guys hear the very growing sounds of skittering, running, chirping, and bug noises. As you come out into the sunlight, look at the rest of your party members, and everyone is standing there, sort of at attention.
They're coming.
Yeah. So I guess Marcel would prepare like an Eldritch Blast to whatever ankheg he sees.
Aetheria's gonna turn to Kieran and be like, "That was a good idea," and then walk away and get prepared.
Speaking of good ideas, Rosaria's gonna walk up and do lay on hands on Kieran.
Yeah, you see them like bleeding from a couple cuts on their legs and arms and stuff like that. So you go up and you heal Kieran a little bit. You guys get prepped, standing around this massive hole in the ground with all these other holes sort of surrounding you guys. And we're going to take a break right there. You guys know it's time to roll initiative. Wow! The Ankegs rolled a nat 1 for their initiative, so that's
Feels
crazy.
bad, man.
I mean, it was a bomb.
Okay.
It was like they're a little stunned for a second.
So here's what I will say. You guys took like kind of a turn getting prepared, healing people. You're all ready to go now. You have another full round of initiative that you guys can either ready in action or just pass up or do whatever you want. There's that one central massive cavernous hole that we're standing around, and then there's all those other tiny holes around. So let's just go down through the list and see what you guys do. Starting with Gwen.
I'm just gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna move right here for now. And I guess I'm going to prepare Hunter's Mark for like the first ankheg I see come out. And that's it.
Rosari's, you're next.
So this is the one that they ran out of, right?
Yes.
And the hole is just big enough for like, if I stood in the hole, it would take up almost the entire entrance.
No. You would clog it essentially, but if they wanted to get around you, they probably could.
Cool. I'm still gonna stand there, and I'm gonna prepare my action to, as soon as one gets in within melee range, I'm gonna take a swing.
Bro's in there.
Bro's in there. Kieran.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action dash get to this tree and get up the tree.
I'll say
It worked last time.
yeah, bonus action, movement, and action. If you want to climb up this tree, go for it.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Got
yeah.
my crossbow perched up on a thing. I'm ready to go, guys.
Bro is ready to go. Marcel.
Marcel doesn't know which. I mean, if some of them might be in the back, one of these two holes as well. So he'd be right here preparing an Eldritch Blast. But if they go where Rosaria is, he's gonna run towards him.
Cool.
So
Athera.
I'm gonna look up and across at Gwen and see if I can make eye contact with her.
Why?
Just
Set
Are
the
you looking or not?
mood.
yeah.
I guess.
Hi, Gwen.
yeah.
Hi.
I'm just gonna like nod a little bit And then I'm gonna wild shape into a direwolf.
Sick. Also, watch me flex
Nice.
this real quick. Check this out.
Yeah,
Real,
I know
real
you've been
kid.
waiting.
Yeah, Flick's just real
Kid.
kid.
Okay.
Type that down for
We'll
a
set
quote.
Athera off to the side. I'm gonna put her in that tree for now. And
Whoa,
then
whoa.
So she's not turning into a baby goat?
what?
What?
The kid.
Oh.
What? Anyway, big old wolf. There we go. I've got
Big
the
ol'
health and
wolf.
everything prepared, so you
Wow.
transform into the dire wolf. I'll let you describe what it looks like for us, because we have the reference picture, but I want you to pick what it looks like.
I mean, it looks like a direwolf. I haven't thought into that, man.
A formless dire wolf forms.
That's right. I honestly, for now, like, it's not that unique because she's kind of still figuring out what wild shape is for her. So it definitely comes easier this time because she's been practicing it. But it just looks for now like a regular dire wolf.
Yeah, just big. It's got like that gray and white fur. Nothing special. That's your bonus action. Any action there?
Can I tell with my heightened hearing if they're like close or not?
Go ahead and give me a perception check. I'll leave this up to a roll.
Nat 20, 25.
Jesus. I'll just give you the information. Yeah. You hear a lot of noise coming from this main cavern. You also hear chittering and stuff coming from the other caverns. You can hear at least 3 coming from this main cavern and then 1 from most of these surrounding caverns. And they will be here
boy.
effectively on the next turn.
Okay, wait, let me look where everybody is. Okay, I am going to, with that, go ahead and just move here,
Nice.
and then I'll end my turn.
Leo. Our last one to prep.
Leo is going to how far is this? 30 feet. Okay. Cast Bless on Rosaries, Marcel, and Athera.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right. Who all is getting blessed? Himself, Marcel, and Athera.
Athera, Marcel, and Rosaries.
Okay.
I'm offended.
You're too far away. You ran into a tree.
Yeah, you're a quick little rogue. There's no helping.
It's like he's up a tree. Aha, you can't get me this time. Aw, I don't get the blast.
All right.
Yeah, we just hear in the distance. I'm offended. It's like, where did Kieran go? Where did Kieran go?
Who said that?
He was just here.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Casting Bless on our 3 right there. For sure.
And then Leo's gonna move back close to Athera here.
Yeah. I like it. So we have Leo and Direwolf Athera sort of off to the left of this main cavern. Marcel shortly above them by about 10 feet. Gwen off to the right of the cavern, sort of up from it. And then Rosaries holding the center line where these things are coming from. With that being said,
You need a lozenge?
You need some
Yeah,
water,
you
bro.
need drink
Listen.
some water, man.
Here, you can have this.
Have some fluids.
it's tough out here. I need to do.
Hydrate.
All right. First things first. From the central cavern, 1 larger ankheg, which does look very injured, I will say, and then 2 smaller ones start coming out. And Rosaries, you see them coming. You can attempt to hold them there with like an athletics check to sort of use your shield to push them back. But before we even do that, you're standing up or inside the cavern?
Inside of it, I guess.
Okay. You're inside, so no one else would be able to see them yet. Are you going to attempt to hold them back? Like, what are you going to do? Because you did have an action prepared.
So seeing 3 of them, I'm going to use my prepared bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself. And that's going to be, I think this time it's going to be like all 4 names of my shield are going to light up, because like this is probably the worst part of the battle I've ever been in. So all 4 names are going to light up, and they're all going to like swirl of blue energy around me and kind of like give a soft glow. So if you want to mark me for concentration with the little dot, you can.
For sure.
And that'll increase my armor class to 20. And then which one looks the most likely to die if I attacked it? Is it one of the little ones, or is
Probably
like the big one hurt?
Bigger one, yeah. You look at the big one, and it has like multiple gash wounds on it where it is bleeding and, for lack of a better term, leaking. Parts of its armor are like blasted off, and you see it like kind of hobbling forward on these big chitinous legs.
Yeah, I'll try to attack that one.
Go for it.
I'm assuming a 23 hits.
Yeah.
So I need to do damage.
Hopefully.
Ideally, that's 11 damage. How bad does that make it look hurt now?
Okay. In 11, it gets it really low. It's not dead, but it is definitely like on death's door, essentially.
Okay. I've used my bonus action and everything, so I think I'm just gonna stand there and I'm gonna try to like make a lot of noise with my armor to keep them focused on me as much as I can.
For sure. These 3 are all going to attack you. So let's go ahead and get this done. The first one is going to bite at you. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Cool. That is going to deal 10 points of slashing damage and 6 points of acid damage.
Oh, wow.
Now the other 2 are going to go, the smaller ones, so they're probably not going to be as deadly. That is a 22 to hit. Damn. And it's going to deal you 7 points of slashing damage.
Rosarius is
saying,
gonna...
oh god! Oh!
And then it's cut short as he falls unconscious.
Oh.
Yeah, Rosarius is down. These 3 things swarm you, getting some good hits in, and between them biting you and scratching at you with their like large, hooked arms, you get multiple like lacerations and cuts and bites into your armor that melts it from the acid of that big one. The smaller ones like latch onto your legs and start cutting those up as you are immediately brought down. So that's those 3. We got 3 more to deal with. This one off to the left pops up beside Athera, Leo, and Marcel. And then off to the right, a little away from Gwen, 2 more pop up.
Okay,
So,
the one that's near Marcel, that was the first one he will see, so he will use prepared Eldritch Blast to attack it.
go for it.
And with Bless. I'm guessing 19 hits.
Yeah, it does.
13 damage.
13 damage. That is pretty good. You hit this thing with a nice, good Eldritch Blast and knock it below half health for sure.
Yeah, he's all like, I hear you guys took down Rosarius. I'll help my friend. And he used Eldritch Blast, but instead of writing his name, he writes Rosarius. And it blasts and it hits the ankheg really badly.
Love it. Yeah, you blow some like parts of its armor off. Like its right arm is now like kind of loose and weak as part of that like chitin outer shell just knocked loose and blown off.
Friends give me strength.
Gwen, I believe you also have a ready to action here.
Yeah, I don't remember which guy came up first, so I'm just gonna
You can just pick.
mark
Also,
this
I
guy.
believe
I
you
didn't
said
know how to ping for a second.
yes. You said you said Hunter's Mark. You can also
Yeah.
take an attack if you didn't use your action last time.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you guys
Um,
prepare both in instances like this.
Okay.
10 to hit.
That does not hit. but are you
Dang.
hunter's marking it?
Yeah, I'm still doing that.
Cool. Yeah, between all of this happening, Rosari's, you hear him go down. Marcel shoots off an Eldritch Blast, and these two come burrowing out. You don't know which one to shoot. You sort of decide late, and your arrow flies just off to the side of it. And they're going to go.
Okey-dokey.
This one's going to immediately run at Marcel. Take a swing to hit. That is a 16.
That hits.
Cool. That's going to deal 9 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Gwen, a 13 doesn't hit, does it?
Nope.
Cool. Yeah, this one goes to take a swing at you, but you're fast enough to sort of dodge out of the way from it, and you're good. And that is going to be the Ankheg's turn this time. We're back to the top with Gwen.
Okay.
I think I accidentally skipped over Kieran. Or wait, no, Kieran, you didn't have a prepared action, did you?
No, he just dash,
So-
dash, and dash.
Yeah.
The insects got 2 turns then? They got one at the beginning and then one at the end?
No. They
What?
just went.
We all had prepared actions. That's why we got to go, and it was kind of
Yeah.
in the middle
They
of
all-
everything.
That was one long turn. I think I just dropped
Never
it to
mind.
6.
Keep going.
Okay, Gwen, what's the plan?
I'm going to stop my concentration on Hunter's Mark, and I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike instead.
Word.
For my bonus action.
Is Hunter Smart concentration?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's up to an hour.
Gotcha.
I guess I will give myself advantage on which weapon? What the frick? Okay, I'll just put it on my longbow, and I'm going to. Oh my god, I'm trying to move the map. I'm gonna move back, like here, and shoot this guy.
Yeah, go for it. Give me a longbow shot.
I don't know if I'm gonna get better than that, but no. Okay, 26.
26 definitely hits.
That is a 7, and then. Oh, what's going on here?
Oop.
Plus 7. What damage is that? Force damage.
Nice. Yeah, that is 14 total, which the same as Marcel, you're knocking it below half. This thing's almost at a quarter of its health. It's pretty low. So what does that shot look like?
It just looks like a regular arrow attack, but then at like the last second, it kind of looks like a little mini. What's it called? Frick, I forgot what it's called.
A mini-me.
Yeah, a mini me. No. I can't think of the word, but I guess just like an extra burst of like air or something just like seems to come out of the arrow right before it hits.
Sure. Yeah, and when that arrow hits, it pierces into the armor of this Ankheg, and that extra force like cracks it and chips some of it off. And this thing starts bleeding and leaking some like dark oozy blood out of its side. Rosaris, go ahead and make your first death saving throw. And don't tell us what it is. Kieran, it is your turn.
I am going to get nice and cozy, do a bonus action, and just like totally submerge myself in the tree so no one can see me. I don't know if it'll be a stealth check or not.
I'm gonna say no. Like, there's no way these things would see you in the first place. I'm gonna let you immediately succeed on that.
And just pop out and get a good, sneak attack on this guy here.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I have advantage because I was hidden? Or
Yes.
okay. I almost forgot how to do this for a second. So a 19 and a 14. I'll take the 19. So it's going to be a 23 to hit, 24 to hit. And then It'll be 9 plus. It's gonna be 11 damage on the big guy.
All right, on the
This one.
biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that thing is fully dead.
Just I finished what I should have done in the first place. Okay.
Also, what's the range on your crossbow?
80 feet.
Okay, just double checking. I thought it might have been
That's
the
why I was
short bow.
measuring so much, right? I was like,
Gotcha,
Can I do
gotcha. Okay, it did. It's crawling out, and as it crawls out, you shoot this thing with one nice bolt to the back of the head, and it is clocked on the ground.
that's my turn.
Phenomenal. Marcel, that would be you. You're currently being attacked by one of these smaller ankegs.
All right. I will try to stab it with my sword. My sword.
Be my guest.
My S word.
Whoa now.
I'm guessing, yeah, there's no way a 6 will ever be a 10, so I missed.
I like to let you guys describe nat ones. So,
Okay.
paint me a word picture here.
Marcel was like very open, but oh man, that blast actually did a lot better than I thought it did. And when he was focusing on that, that thing just, striked him. He's like, and he almost dropped his sword. Like, whoops. And now he's just face to face with the creature who's ready to attack again. He's like, hey.
Love it. And as that
I'm the little
happens,
buddy.
Athera would be next.
Hey, I'm gonna run over to this one on the side, and then I'm gonna do a bite attack on that guy. 16 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, ignore that roll. I
Oh,
just did.
12 piercing damage.
Ooh.
And then he needs to succeed. I'm assuming because he's a creature, yeah?
Yeah.
So, strength save 13 or it's prone.
That is an 11.
It's down.
Nice. This thing is knocked to the ground as you bite one of its legs out from underneath it, and it is just knocked down.
And that's my turn.
Leo.
Leo has the spell mute cast over him for some reason.
Yeah, there seems to be like a
JK.
Silence.
That was the quiet.
I like the
healing
spell
word.
silence. Yeah, sounds very
healing word,
Oh.
but it's completely silent.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna cast healing word on Rosaris from where I am right now.
Nick. Actually, I'm gonna have to rules lawyer you here. Healing word requires you to be able to see the creature, doesn't it?
I can't see.
Oh, he's inside the mound.
He's inside the mound, so you're gonna have to get up on it in order to cast it to him.
All right. Well, I guess I'm coming after you.
Yeah, if you want to move your character just to the top of the mound, you have enough movement for sure, but you can get on top and then cast that down to him.
Perfect. That's exactly what I do.
Love that. Roll healing.
You get 6. And that's it for me.
Zach, I'll let you describe what Rosaris does and looks like as he comes back up from being unconscious and bleeding out. Now his wounds closing and breath coming back to his lungs.
You're gonna see like 2 emotions. One is like confusion, like what happened, and then just a little bit of anger, and he's just gonna say, well, let's try that again. He's gonna start to get up. I know technically I can't get up till my turn, so
Leo's
Yeah.
gonna wink at him.
It is going to be the Ankheg's turn again, and you guys watch as another large Ankheg
What?
Don't tell. No.
comes out of this hole over
Oh, no.
here.
Oh shit.
You think that was all of them at once? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's going to be another smaller one out of one of these holes to the bottom here. So a large ankheg comes from like over 50 feet, sort of to the southwest of you guys, down and to the left. And then a smaller one pops out directly south of you by about 20 or 30 feet. So you guys are left up here with all of these other ankegs. This one is going to go ahead and get back up from that attack by Athera, attempt to hit her, and completely miss. It begins to stand up and lurches out with one of its hands, and your wolf form is pretty quick and nimble, so you just move out of the way as it scrambles to its feet. The other ones are going to begin to swarm you, though. And they are going to get bonuses to attack because they are surrounding you. So that is going to be a 20 to hit. And then the other one is going to be a plus 16, 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 2d6 plus 6. That's going to be 9, 15 points of slashing damage as they bite down on your legs and scratch at you with their big, gigantic claw-like arms. This one that just crawled out from the big tunnel with Rosaris is going to turn around and see Rosaris get back up and see Leo healing him, and instead of leaping back down inside the cavern, it's going to jump across and attack Leo. Leo,
Nice.
does a 20 hit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. That is going to be 8 points of slashing damage, and I need a concentration check from you.
Beautiful.
While he's doing that, I do have a question, just because I haven't run into this situation. He gave me Bless, but I went down. Do I still have Bless, or does that go away when I go down?
No.
I'm going to say, yeah, you still have it.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah, Leo loses.
Yeah, no, I know that's how it worked. I didn't know, like, how the other end went.
What do I roll for concentration?
It's a Constitution saving throw, and the DC is... The rules as written are half of the damage taken or 10, depending on which is higher. I like going with just half the damage taken in like one turn.
I rolled a 9.
That is going to be enough to maintain concentration.
Perfect.
Just because I don't like that you have a 50-50 chance of losing concentration on a spell from getting your toe stubbed or something. But if you get hit hard, you get hit hard.
But that is funny.
It would be kind of funny. Okay.
I cast haste. Ow, my toe. Oh no.
Marcel.
Falls over.
I'm not even going to tell you what I rolled to hit. That is 9 points of slashing damage.
I'm down.
Marcel, standing there, like catching himself on that sword from being attacked by this ankheg. It goes in for one more hit as it catches its like big hooked hand with all these spikes and claws on it right on your neck and pulls down, and you get a huge gash and you just get knocked to the ground and you are slowly bleeding out. And that is going to be the ankheg's turns. They're going to move a little bit closer down here, but they can't do anything. 3 feet long, 5 feet wide. Actually, yeah, they can't do anything. That's going to bring it back to Gwen.
Okay. I guess I will attack this. Oh, okay. Can I ping? Hello, please. Okay, I can't ping.
I
The
see
one
it.
to the. Do you? No, that's not me. That is not me. The one to the top right of Athera.
Gotcha. Yeah, that weakest one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. I hit 25.
Yeah.
And then 5 damage.
I'm actually going to say that that's going to be enough to kill it. For those of you looking on the stream, you see me bumping this damage up by one number. But you know what? That's what being a DM is. So it's dead. I get to decide that. You guys are getting your asses kicked. You need a little bit of help.
Moving right here.
Yeah. What does that shot look like? You kill this thing.
Just like right behind, like in its neck, like in between its little carapaces.
Yeah, I don't know what that word means, but that sounds cool. So in its ooey gooey soft neck, you land an arrow, and that thing goes down. Some like black ooze or blood or whatever it is comes out, and it's down.
That's it.
That's it. All right,
That's
Rosaris,
it.
you're back up and kicking.
Yeah. remind me, I know we had discussed a homebrew rule for lay on hands. Can you remind me what we decided on?
Jesus Christ, it's been a minute.
Was it I can use as many on myself as a bonus action?
Yes.
As my level? Like, as high as my level is? Okay. Well, 2 HP is not going to help in this situation, so I'm just not going to worry about it right now. I think Rosari's is going to get up, having said, let's go again, and he's going to see the one go after Leo, and he's kind of going to be upset that it's like, I said we go again, and you're not going again. So he's going to get up and walk up behind the ankheg and just try to cleave at its back leg.
Yeah.
To try to get it, to where it can't walk as well. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to tell Leo to go get Marcel.
Nice. So you're going to have a +2 to this. I'm going to say you have just enough movement to sort of climb out of this and get behind it and swing and hit. So you have Bless, you have a +2, so you got a lot of bonuses to this.
So I rolled a 9, +3 with Bless, so I got a 12, so 14.
14, that is 1 above its armor class.
Cool. I am going to spend a spell slot to add Smite to this as well.
Yes, you are.
So that's 13 base damage.
Damn.
Plus, if I can get to Smite. Smite is 2d6, right?
2d8.
Sick.
I love seeing high damage numbers. Let's go.
So 13 plus 9 radiant damage, and that's gonna be as soon as I start unleashing Smite, Beatrice's name alone just lights up and goes along my blade and just almost creates like a chainsaw effect where I hit the ankheg and then the blue light just tears through the armor and just completely chops off the leg.
Yeah, you in like one huge swoop chop off its leg and then also cut into it because you cut in a lot more than you thought you were going to. And you get like halfway into its body before your sword stops and the thing flops over dead.
I'm gonna look at Leo and say, thanks, you have another patient. And I'm assuming I probably used all of my movement to get up and do all of that, so I'm done. Okay. I think that's everything of mine. I don't have a bonus action left of anything useful.
Cool. Kieran, you're in a tree.
I'm in my favorite spot right now. I'm going to get all cozy in my tree and hide a little more, and pop out and shoot another one, because that's all rogues do at this level.
Damn right. Be my guest.
I'll snipe this one off of my buddy down there. I rolled a crit. Let's go.
Hey, love to see it.
That thing is very dead, I'll say.
Yeah, I don't even think you need to roll damage because you're rolling sneak attack and damage with double. Or actually, oh shit, I forgot. We have that homebrew crit roll, don't we?
I rolled a total of 20 damage on it. So.
Did you remember to add the homebrew rule where you do max roll damage plus 1 round of roll damage? So that'd be your sneak.
It's like 24 then.
Yeah, it's a lot. This thing has 7 health. It's so dead. It's dead like 5 times over.
Can I like shoot it through the head and like let it fly like a couple 10 feet back and dig in the ground somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you shoot this thing so
Clean
well
shot.
placed. It goes through the back of its head, which isn't armored, through its brain, out its mouth, and sticks into the ground between Marcel's legs.
He's gonna wake up with a crotch shot right there. That's I'm also now going to get out of the tree, jump down. Unless I need to do an action or something to jump out of a tree.
No. How high up were you? Like, was it higher than 30 feet?
No, probably like 10 feet out.
Yeah, no, you're good. You can literally just hop down and you're fine.
I'll just kind of walk out a bit and look at the battlefield. Sit there with my crossbow and scratch my head a bit. That's my end of a turn.
All right, Marcel, go ahead and make your first death saving throw, but don't announce it to the table. Just send it to me. And then while that's happening, Athera, you're next. In your furry form.
that ankheg still prone?
No, I just removed the
Ah.
token because I forgot.
Rude. It's okay. I'm still gonna attack the same one. So
Go for it. Sitting here at the lip of this big cavern, go ahead and make an attack.
oh no. Nat 1.
Oof. Even with bless and stuff like that, that's not gonna be enough to get you there. So what happens?
So I go in to like do another bite, and its position shifts, and like one of its little like spike things kind of gets caught in my mouth instead, and it hurts, and I yelp and let go.
Yeah, you go to attack it and you end up like damaging yourself a little bit in the process by biting down on the wrong part of this thing, and that spike from its arm stabs into the roof of your mouth. And you know that the harder you bite, the just more it's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Anything else with your turn?
No, that's it.
Leo, not looking
All right.
too great, but still up and kicking.
Leo is going to run up here next to Marcel, lay his hand on his chest and cast Cure Wounds.
Nice.
For 4.
Oh,
Wait, did you roll a 1 on healing?
I did.
Oh, I hate that. I
So
hate that
bad.
so much. Marcel, you get 4 health.
hooray!
Yay!
But you're alive.
But you're
I
alive.
am alive.
That's what matters. So go ahead, update your token, give yourself 4 health. Anything else, Leo?
That's it. No, I'm done here.
Marcel will give a fist pump to Leo.
I'll have fist bumping back. Let's go.
Ankheg's turn. Let's start at the center and work our way out. Athera, this one that you just bit down on, he's going to take an attack at you. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
It hits.
Nice. Oh, shit. That's
No,
going to be
no.
4 points of slashing damage as you let go of its arm, and it takes that opportunity to immediately like slash back at you, and it cuts you across your face.
Okay.
This one is going to run up, and then these are going to also attack you. So we have that bottom left one. That's going to be 18 to hit. That does hit. And then 9. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Nice. So only one of these is going to hit. And that's going to be 7 points of slashing damage as you feel your back leg get carved into by another one of these things. From there, we got a couple more roaming around the battlefield. 2 have gotten closer to you guys. We have this big one who is going to move here. What's their movement? 30 feet? Oh, yeah. Marcel, Leo, I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
okay.
no. Oh no.
I rolled a 9.
13, but I add 1d4 for bless.
That is true. You're going to succeed anyway. The DC was 13.
Oh, yeah.
Oof. This is going to be a lot of damage.
Shit.
Maybe. I rolled like
Oh, no.
shit. That is 6 points of acid damage to Leo, and half as much of that to Marcel. So 6 and 3.
Okay, I will cast Hell's Rebuke.
Nice. What is that? Is it a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is that's a nat 20.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, luckily it takes it's
Yeah, so it takes half.
For some reason, I always forget you're a warlock. I don't know why.
8. So it takes 4 damage.
That's true. That's fire damage, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so that line of acid spews over you guys. Leo, you feel like parts of your armor start to deteriorate a little bit. Marcel, you feel your skin burning and your clothes, like a couple of holes being put in them from this acid as you guys are covered in like bits and pieces of it as it hits you. Not looking
No, not
good.
the silk.
Not
Please,
the
kill
silk.
me, not the silk.
And that is going to bring us back to Gwen at the northern tip of this whole shebang.
Okie dokie. I'm going to cancel my concentration on Zephyr Strike and do Hunter's Mark.
What? All right, which one?
Being a ranger, right?
I can ping now. This guy.
Oh, the small one over here?
Yeah, that little guy.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna attack him. Oh, 11.
The small one. So here's the rule that we established. You don't get advantage on flanking like normal, but you get a +2 for every ally within attacking range of a target, right? Athera's right there, so you get a +2. Their AC is 13. So you do hit.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Wait, did we just work together?
Unintentionally, yes.
5 damage from the longbow, and then 2. Do I get to choose the damage type?
It's just whatever your attack was.
Or is it? Okay, and 2 bludgeoning, I guess, or I don't know. Whatever. No, I don't know.
Piercing.
What is it? Okay.
So, knowing that that shot only killed it because of your spell, because of Hunter's Mark, how do you narrate that attack?
I think like last time I said with like Hunter's Mark, it was like an X on them, like a glowy green X. When I hit that shot, the X just kind of like gonna go through them. I don't really know how else to describe it. Like as like right after the arrow hits them, just to do that like bonus damage.
For sure. That X like follows the arrow, and as the arrow pierces, that X comes in and hits them again, going through their body. And with this ankheg, you shoot it, and then that X goes through, and you see it slowly fall and dump off to the side and fall back into this cavern. Pretty
That's
good turn. Rosaris, that's going to be you now. You're surrounded by dead ankhegs. Another one just fell like 10 feet from you. You got Marcel and Leo injured up there. A big ankheg coming towards you guys.
I think Rosaris is torn because literally on all sides of him, he has 2 allies hurt. 1 ally is being flanked by 2 small ankhegs. She's a druid, and I recently learned that she gets extra health. Druids are weird, I don't know. So I think he's confused as to like, who should I help here? And I think seeing 2 allies almost like looking really bad, and he's going to go after the big one and hopes that the synergy between Gwen and Athera is going to keep going, and they're not going to, the next shot isn't going to hit the dire wolf in the butt. So he is going to move, what is this? Hey, look, exactly 30 feet, and he's going to swing at the big guy. And I think I'm going to aim for, try to hit him in like the jaws or the throat, hoping that like, if I can stop him from being able to spew out the acid, like that's my goal here.
I think that is sick as hell. Go right ahead. Roll an attack.
Dirty 20.
Definitely hits. Yeah.
Nice.
And you also still have Bless, so yeah, stacking on stacking.
Oh, unfortunately, I feel like there's a lot of armor protecting the vital area, so I only get through the armor just a little bit.
Yeah, that 6 damage hurts it a little bit. You cut into like a gap in those chitin plates that are guarding it, but you manage to like strike more towards its shoulder area and get a little bit of a cut in there as some of that black ooze starts to come out again.
And for my bonus action, realizing I am going to be fighting the thing that just almost killed me in 1 attack, I'm going to give myself 2 HP through Lay on Hands for a bonus action.
Sick. So establishing that you don't necessarily have to like put your hand on yourself and, touch yourself Can't believe I just said
that
that
made
on
me
the
think.
internet. It is literally just like the energy from within yourself revitalizing you. I want you to describe maybe what Rosari's is thinking or something that he does that activates this.
I think what he has to do to activate it is, again, he has to just look over the names and realize that if he goes down, nobody is there to protect them. And so it's not a question of if he has to continue, it's how hard does he have to fight to continue. And that sort of motivation is like, albeit it's 2 HP, so like it's maybe not the best motivation apparently, but it's like that's the motivation that gets him to keep going.
Yeah, that motivation fills you. Your magic sort of like courses through your body, and you feel yourself a little bit more energized, a little bit back up in the fight as we move to the sneaky little Kieran off in the top over here.
Sneaky little Kieran's gonna do something very dumb.
Oh no.
So he sees Masari's down here, and he looks at his 2 allies who are all fucked up over here. And he goes, I think it's time for the rapier as they pull out my sword. And I'm going to move... Oh my god. Gonna move up to here. Can I jump onto it?
If you want to make like a jumping attack, I'm going to say that your bonus action would be to dash to get all the way there and to jump, but sure.
That's what my idea was, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to jump up, and I'm going to try to get on top of it to kind of... Also distracted a bit from Azari's, I think, because he looks a little beat up.
Yeah.
Be helpful for once in my life.
So to even help on this, you're right by another one of these little caverns right here, and those are kind of like built up a little bit where, the ankheg's come in and out. So you go on this and then jump off and land on the ankheg. And you get a +2 from Rosari's being within there, and I'm going to give you a +1 just for being ballsy and jumping on it.
Hell yeah, let's go with a... Ooh, it's not so good. So 14 in total then.
That hits.
Oh my god, I hit.
It just hits. So you jump onto its back and you like find some gaps in the armor because its back isn't as guarded as its front. And you find a spot to stab that rapier in. Go ahead and attack. Give me some damage. Roll sneak attack. All the jazz.
Yeah. It wasn't the best, honestly. I only did 6 damage in total.
Hey, damage.
Damage is damage.
I am on it though, right?
So yeah,
Hell yeah.
You get on there and you don't get to plunge your rapier in very deep, but you do find a gap in the armor where you're like, okay, if I keep attacking this thing's gonna go down. And you stab in and some of that black ooze comes out.
I look up the Rosaris. I'm like, hey, let's ride some ankegs today, eh?
If you do that, I'll just kill him.
I mean, we'll kill him. We're a team, right?
Fine, we're a team.
Marcel.
We're all friends. That's what Marcel will say. And he will, since he, yeah, you know what? Since seems like those who got them covered, he was actually going to help out. He's going to help out Wolf Friend. Ah, Wolfie, I forgot that you're in our party. But I don't know where Dari is. Huh, it's weird. I can't. One is not there without the other. Weird. Don't you think that's weird, Leo? Anyway, he and now he's gonna use his Hexblade's curse on the one to right here, right there, that one. See?
Yep.
That one. I swear. And he's gonna you cast Eldritch Blast.
6. So Hexblade's Cursed and Eldritch Blast, go ahead. And you get a +2 on this, by the way.
Yeah, +2, bless, and maybe some flanking cool stuff. I don't know.
That's what the +2 is.
Oh, but also +2 for my Hexblade Curse.
I don't think it lets you crit on a 19, but I don't think it gives you a bonus to hit.
No, against the curse target, you gain a +2 bonus to your damage. Oh no, just
damage. Yeah.
Damage. Read correctly. 10. Roll a d4.
Yeah, 12 plus this d4.
2. So I hit.
Yeah, 14 hits.
6 plus
Nice.
2, 8. 8 damage.
Pretty good. It's a decent little hit.
Yep. End turn.
Athera, you watch as Marcel launches an Eldritch Blast from his sword Jock, hitting this ankheg to your left, and it, knocks it back a little bit. You still got 2 kind of flanking you. How do you want to operate?
Right.
I will go ahead and attack the one that Marcel just attacked since it's looks a little hurt. So 16 to hit.
16 hits.
And the damage is 8. And they will need to do the strength save.
They got a 10.
They are prone.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I'm going to bonus action do my healing on my wild shape. So 1d8.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Let's go to Leo. Sitting up here with 2 HP, not looking great. You see Athera off to your left, fending off a couple of small ones, and then you see Kieran and Rosaris fighting off this big one. What catches your attention, and what do you do?
Can't really do much now. Leo is bleeding
me a
from his
hug, man.
nose. Yeah, pretty much. He's actually gonna go ahead and move down here beside Marcel and be like, "There's not much more that I can do."
No,
And that's
you being here,
his
man,
turn.
is all I need.
That's his turn.
Give me confidence.
All right. It's the Ankheg's turn. First things first, these ones fighting Athera. This one is going to stand up and he's going to attack you. That is a 13, 18. That's definitely going to hit. And then the other one is also going to swing. That is 8. That one does not hit. It's going to be, if I could roll a d6, 7 points of slashing damage that you take from these two coming at you from both sides. Kieran, I need you to make a strength saving throw as this ankheg is going to try to force you off.
Is it kind of like a riding bull kind of thing where it's swaying back and forth?
Yeah, it's kind of like shaking to the left and right as it's going to attack Rosaris.
Could I argue for an acrobatics as I try to balance myself with the movements?
I'll let it happen.
There we go. I like that.
I don't like
give a
the.
chance this way.
I don't
I
like
rolled
the
that
other
one
part.
though, so you know.
Oh, nat 1? Okay,
I
Dan,
just-
what does a nat 1 look like?
I just biff it into the hole.
You rolled a nat 1?
Yeah.
The legendary nat 1 for Kieran. Your
Finally.
rapier is stuck in the body, and you're immediately launched off to the side as you fall over. Oh, I just grabbed the wrong thing.
Oh, no.
As you fall over, and I'm going to say you take 1 point of damage as you fall and hit the ground, and you are... I'm not even going to say prone. You're just knocked down, and you scramble back up as your rapier is still stuck in the back of this thing. Rosaris, it goes to take a swing at you after knocking Kieran off, and you easily block it. It rolled super low. And with that, let me roll to see... Okay. 2 things happen simultaneously. One more small ankheg comes out from way over to the side here and is running closer. And you guys feel the ground shake a bit as you can hear and feel another large ankheg coming through that central cavern.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And that's going to take it to Gwen.
Word. I'm going to move, and I'm going to put my mark on what the fuck? This guy. Gonna transfer that over.
Gotcha. Yep, the one to
Well, that-
Athera's bottom right, looking at the map.
Her bottom right, yeah. It's a 26 to hit.
Damn.
10 plus. Oh, wrong one. Ignore that one.
I'm ignoring it.
6. 10 plus 6, 16.
That's a
do
good
math, guys.
ass hit. Yeah. 16 damage. You launch an arrow into like a gap in this thing's armor, and it stabs into that like soft, almost like sinuous skin underneath. That thing is hurt.
That's all I'm doing.
Sick. Rosaris, back to you.
I have one question. Kieran, would I know, since I was in your body during that one fight, do you just carry the one rapier, or as a rogue, do you have like a bunch of daggers?
I have so many sharp things. Wait till
Okay.
my turn.
Okay, that answers my question. I have an extra weapon or two myself. So I was gonna see if I needed to toss you one. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is to make sure the ankheg can't attack both me and Kieran. He's gonna rotate down, kind of behind it on the other side, and try to keep tapping my shield and everything to get its eyes to follow me instead of Kieran. And then I'm just gonna attack it again.
Go for it. I would say on this one, you do not get the +2 from Kieran's flanking since he was just thrown off.
18.
And he doesn't need it.
Does hit.
Same thing. I try to go attack it and do 6 damage, and it's just without my smite, I think I'm struggling to get through the thick armor to the nice squishy parts underneath.
Yeah. So you're probably attacking because this thing is a lot bigger than the small ones. This thing's standing probably at a good 6 or 7 feet tall. You're swinging on like its legs, and you're aiming for those weak spots sort of on the back, but that front plated armor just keeps you from really doing a lot of damage. But we're back to Kieran.
Kieran takes out 2 daggers. Is it facing me kind of now,
No,
or
it's
is it
facing
Rosari?
away from you.
Perfect. That's exactly where I want it. I am going to get up, and I'm just going to jump and stab right into the back of its neck.
Sure. If you want to take like sort of a running start as Rosari's gets its attention, I'll let you jump from the back and
Yeah, let's do it.
make me a stealth check. I'm not going to make it take up your bonus action, but I am going to see like, can you move quietly enough for this thing not to
20.
notice? Yeah. You quietly get to your feet, draw these daggers, and then get back up on this hill and run and jump and go to stab it in the back. Give me 2 attacks, both with advantage.
First dagger is going to be both advantage. First one's an 18.
It's
Second one doesn't add my it adds my efficiency but doesn't add my damage. Second one's gonna be a 14.
also hits. Both of them hit.
Right.
And you get
Yeah.
sneak attack.
So first one's going to be 7, and the second one is going to be just 4, so 11 plus a sneak attack
It died on
is
the
going
first.
to be 15.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I just go
dead.
dagger, grab my rapier, and roll out of the fucking way.
Yeah, you roll out of the way as this thing collapses onto the ground, and you sort of like roll in the dirt a little bit and stand up, a little bit of dirt on your face and clothes and stuff as you sort of pipe up and immediately catch yourself, rapier in hand, pat yourself
That
down.
was beautiful. That's all I'm gonna say.
And as all that's happening, Marcel,
He will tell Leo, hey, let's move from the central mountain because a big one's coming there.
Okay.
Sound like a good idea?
Great idea.
But first, he will Eldritch Blast this one.
yep, to the bottom right of it, or bottom left of Aethera, sorry.
Yeah, this one. I'm assuming that hits.
13 hits, yeah.
And that is 8 damage.
Yep, it is at -4 health. This thing is dead.
And I regained 5 health.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good shot.
Displays curse,
Thank
baby.
you.
All right, yeah, and you can take you and Leo to wherever you guys want to move.
Let's move right here, get some distance.
Aethera, there's one left near you. All the other ones have died. You got Gwen shooting them. You've got Marcel shooting them.
I'm gonna bite it.
You're gonna bite it.
I'm gonna
Bite
bite
it.
it. 14 to hit.
It's just enough. Its armor class is 13.
Let's go.
6 damage.
6 damage is enough to kill it. It had 4 health. It's a miracle.
It is dead. Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
That last
Okay.
small one surrounding him is dead. To just let you guys know how the battlefield's looking. All of them are dead except that one small one that just came out. It's scurrying its way towards you guys, and then it feels this vibration stuff happening in the ground, and it's actually going to back up as it sees all of its dead allies and that big one that's about to come through.
But it'll
Um,
grow up to become a big one.
Can
You
I
guys,
sense-
yeah,
Okay.
you guys go ahead and tell me. Aethera, it's still your turn, so you go first. But in the couple of seconds that you have to breathe before this thing comes up, what do you do?
Can I sense? Does this one sound like it's gonna be bigger than any of the ones we've seen?
I'm gonna say yes, bigger but slower.
Okay.
Okay, I am gonna take the hint, and we'll back up, and then I'm also gonna do my bonus action thing for healing.
Wonderful. Everybody else, in the brief few moments you have to prepare, what do you do?
Leo's gonna move back to Marcel.
I'm gonna
Marcel-
grab my rope out of my bag.
If that one guy hasn't like gone in the hole, I want to attack him.
Yeah, you could attack him.
Okay.
You can even move your. I think you can move your bonus or your hunter's
yeah,
mark over to him.
I should be able to. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Marcel's
A
preparing
21 to
a,
hit,
Uh huh.
9 damage, and 5. So 14.
Yeah, damn. You bring this thing down to like a quarter of its health, and get it super low, and it just scurries off into the hole after that, not wanting to stick around and figure out what happens next.
Oh.
Last call for any of you guys.
Okay. If I can't shoot that one, then I'll do a prepared action of Hex and Eldritch Blast.
Oh, if you want to shoot that one, you can, if it's within
Oh, yeah,
range.
Yeah, definitely 120. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love the
It hits.
Yeah, roll damage. It's got like 5 or 6 health.
9.
Oof.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can transfer my mark.
Yeah, and it, he writes down, "Oh no, you don't," and it fires it at that little guy.
I was worried that was the end of my hunter's mark right there.
All right. It's not really enough time for you guys to prepare actions or anything like that, but a quick 2 or 3 seconds after all of the rest of them die, you guys see the largest of them easily crawl out of this cavern. This thing standing probably like 10 or 12 feet tall. It is significantly bigger, and it looks completely different too. Instead of the like thinner, more chitinous, and it has a little bit of, less armor or more armor on it and less weak spots. This one looks a lot bigger. It's a lot less armor on it. Its head is significantly wider, like fan shaped, and its mandibles look like they're not going to be very useful to attack. And it's got this very like almost bulbous wide body to it. As it walks and crawls out of the cave, its giant mandibles like coming out and grabbing onto the dirt and pulling itself up as it stands here like towering above you guys. On its first turn, it's going to look around, and I'm actually going to roll to decide who it's going to hit. I'm going to start with Gwen and go counterclockwise. Roll a d6. That's a 3. 1, 2, 3. That's Marcel. Marcel and Leo, I need
Silk. No.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man, I'm awful at dex.
5.
oh
Oof.
no.
5.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, wait. Before this happens, Leo and Marcel hand holding together.
What?
Go down together, man.
Yeah, you guys.
Jordy,
guys-
is it too late to be saying I'm making noise to try to attract it?
Yeah, because I want this to happen now. You guys see this thing come out, and you like hold hands and look at each other and give each other that bro nod as you're like, "We got this." And immediately as you turn, you see acid spewing back at you, dealing you both 14 points of acid damage.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was down to 6, so I'm down.
I'm down also.
You are both down. Bless is gone, and you are both at 0 health. That's going to be its turn. Gwen, you are the next to act.
I'm gonna transfer my hunter's mark.
Damn right.
And then I will shoot it.
Shoot it.
Nat 20!
Let's go.
Okay,
we need that right now.
so here's what you're going to do. How much is the longbow? Is it a D8 or a D10?
Is a D8.
Okay, so you're going to deal 8 plus Hunter's Mark is 6, so 14. Roll damage like normal and add 14 to it.
Okay, you were scaring me for a second there. Okay, so 24.
Sheesh.
And then 6 for my Hunter's Mark.
Oh, shit.
Max damage plus that too?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
dealt...
Please, take it.
Okay, as this thing comes out, Gwen, you look at this, like, I hate to phrase it like this because it's going to get memed immediately. The, like, bulbous backside of this thing. Very obviously the queen ankheg here. Very ant influenced, obviously. And you are like, why am I shooting the armor? You turn back to, like, the soft, squishy back. You take one shot with your Hunter's Mark and shoot, and it pierces through, and her entire, like, back, almost egg area pops. Doesn't bust, but it, like, pops and starts leaking out this black, oozy liquid, along with some, like, lighter colored, like, tan juices, as your arrow, followed by that green X, flies through it and just, boom, goes straight through and deals ridiculous amounts of damage for level 2. 3.
Love it.
I got her bomba.
You got her bomba.
After that, I'm gonna move a little bit.
Yeah.
The creature goes target acquired.
Yeah, right.
Yes, Mockingbird. Bulbous. I couldn't think of a better word. Rosaris. That's gonna be you. You just watched 2 of your friends go down in a spew of acid. You watched Gwen almost take this thing out. Any normal one and it would have died. So this thing is looking very hurt now. It's like wobbling a little bit and like catching itself on the ground, trying not to fall. What do you do?
Again, this is difficult because for Rosaris, he's like, I could try to help kill it, and then I can deal with the 2 that are down, but I don't like having them down considering the amount of acid damage they just took.
Well, you can just try to take it, man. Take that thing.
I think what... I don't like this. I think Rosaris is going to not go...
Take that shit out, bro.
Yeah, whatever. Rosaris
Yeah.
Rosaris
We're in a
is
different
going
space.
to... So it just popped out of the hole, and it's like in the center, basically, right?
Yeah.
Rosaris is just going to look at Kieran and say, let's go for another ride. And he's going to sprint up the hill, and he's going to jump on it with his long sword. He's going to try to like plunge over it and try to stab it almost where Gwen hit.
Can I just... You jump, and as you leap off of the, like, mound as it's climbing up and out of it, as you're in the air, the arrow from Gwen comes underneath you and pops this thing, and then, like, ooze and juice start shooting out of it. As you launch up onto its back, sword and shield in hand, make your attack. I'm going to give you advantage because this is the coolest shit I can think of for a level 2 character to do.
Hey, that is a nat 20.
Let's go.
Oh, what did I say?
All right, so longsword is D10 or D8 for one-handing.
I'm doing, yeah, so I have a D8.
Plus,
So
it's an 8
5,
plus your
or,
damage.
so I'm just going to roll a D8. We're adding 15 to it.
Wait, pause.
Oh, we're adding 13.
Okay,
sorry.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I'm just going to add an extra 2 for fun. So 3 plus 13 is 16.
It had 15 health.
I think the way this is going to work is I'm going to see Gwen just absolutely find the perfect weak spot, and it's just going to cause that thing to just be perfectly still because it's not used to getting hit by that much damage. And it being still just allows me to... I'm going to stab right through her arrow, like going almost like in archer movies where like you shoot through the other arrow. My sword's gonna do that, and as I'm jumping past it, the sword's gonna just follow me down and just continue to cut it.
Marcel and Leo are not able to witness this whole thing going.
Yeah, and then immediately after, I'm gonna get up and sprint and go give each one of them 1 lay on hands because I have exactly 2 left.
Can you guys both give me a death save really quick? It's not gonna kill you because it's your first one, but you can go ahead and announce what it was, I guess.
If it's dead, I was gonna go help him up.
This is just pure adrenaline. Rosars is not looking at what you're doing. He's just like, next mission.
As you guys do that, Aethera, do you remain in wild shape or do you revert back?
I will revert.
Sick. Okay. Go ahead, tell us those rolls.
I got a 6.
Nice. And then, David, what'd you get for your death save?
11.
Nice. Rosaris, you and Gwen both run up, and you guys see that Marcel, multiple of these like lesions forming from this acid are like bleeding and beginning to form like really bad wounds around his like upper chest, his shoulders, and some of his arms and stuff. It even creeps up into his face just a little bit. Leo looks like he's doing a lot better. His armor protected him, but his armor's looking a little worse for wear. It's got a lot of abrasions over it. The acid didn't like melt completely through it in a lot of places, but it definitely left it like scuffed and damaged. So you guys walk up, and however you would like to do it, get them up.
I'm gonna run up to Leo and say, Gwen, can you get Marcel?
Yeah, I was gonna. I guess I can pour some of my water on him to like try to wash off some of that acid.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember something from our last fight, and I'm going to like basically grab Leo by like the armor right under his chin, give him the lay on hands to do that, pull him up, and say, "Get rid of the acid like you did last time. Go, 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 go."
And I was just gonna kind of pick up Marcel bridal style.
So yeah, Rosaris, you give Leo 1 point of lay on hands and bring him back up from death, essentially. You see a lot of his wounds, like, they don't heal over, but they stop. Like, he's no longer bleeding out. There's still some blood trickling down. But, David, you are brought up by your armor as Rosaris picks you up, and he shoves you away, telling you to go clean off this acid and get it off of yourself, because it's on your armor, it's in your armor, it's everywhere. Gwen, you just dump water on Marcel and then pick him up?
Yeah.
Is there any healing involved in that process?
I can't heal.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over and I'm just gonna gingerly look at Gwen, and I'm gonna place a hand on Marcel's chest and give him my last lay on hands to bring him back. And I'm gonna say, Gwen, can you take him to Leo? He needs that spell too.
Yeah, sure. Here you go, Leo.
Leo, you walk over, and I'm assuming it was, what was it, prestidigitation that like cleans yourself off? Is that the cantrip that you had, David?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't have that. I have water.
It's water.
I'm just using water.
I'm dancing light. Is that helpful?
Rosaris, what were you referring to last time?
I don't know. You're the one role playing as him.
That's right. Hold on.
Just gave him an ability.
What the hell did I do? This is why you shouldn't let me kite your characters, because
Leo casted Fireball 5 times.
That's right. He just killed himself in order to do that. That's right.
I'm just holding Marcel out towards Leo, waiting for him to do something.
Just standing there.
Yeah.
With 1 HP, Marcel would say, "Is the silk all right?"
I think you're gonna need to go to a tailor, bud.
Oh, that's rough. Don't worry, I can go shirtless.
I'd really rather you didn't.
Leo
slowly tries to take off the shirt, but you hear a lot of like painful noises. It's like the equivalent of when you have a really bad sunburn and you're trying to put on a shirt, but the opposite, like trying. Oh, that hurts.
Leo, I will say that you go off to the side and start like just really quickly dropping off pieces of your armor and washing yourself off with just some water. you can walk over to Marcel, pour some on him, and get some of this acid off. Very, very easy for you guys to like wash it off. It's not going to stick around very much. So you guys get cleaned up and sort of gather yourself. You all gather back up. You have Kieran and Athera joining you guys after a minute. Marcel and Leo are definitely hurt. They can walk back. You know, they're not going to die, but they are like injured and need healing. Those abrasions and lesions need some attention. You definitely need a bath. You know, it's rough out here for you guys, but you know.
Leo, you smell bad, like acid.
That's
me. Yeah, you're right. We both smell kind of bad.
Yeah. Like death.
Oh, I was pretty close.
Yeah, me too.
Nah, you guys
I saw
laugh.
like a whole beautiful world of me's. It's wonderful.
Myself. I feel like shit.
You guys good to walk back? I can carry one of you.
You can carry me.
Carry
Alright.
Leo. He's a good guy.
Yeah, at this point, Leo, you've like rinsed your armor off. You put it back on. So Gwen, you're carrying like 100 and or probably like 200 and something pounds,
I'm
dude.
strong.
Yes, man.
Marcel jumps. Yeah, carry me too. Carry both of us.
I feel so close to you now, Gwen.
I mean, yeah, I'm touching you right now.
I know.
Rosaris, did we work as a team? Did you guys kill it quickly?
Actually, me and Gwen surprisingly did really well as a team. It was
Awesome.
really.
I think we're all a good team.
Our plan worked, Leo, right?
Yes.
By the way,
Oh.
Rosarius, that arrow was perfectly fine. You owe me a new one.
You know what? I'll buy you a whole quiver full when we get back. I'm tired.
Thanks.
All right. I'm going to say that from here, is there anything else you guys would like to do or establish before you head back to campus? Because that's obviously the next thing on the agenda. You're
Marcel
getting
would
hungry,
grab
you're
his-
tired.
Marcel
Yep.
would grab his sword, go to a tree, that one tree that Kieran was on, puts down his name. There we go.
Dibs on the big ankheg head. I'm taking the big ankheg head.
I don't have the energy for that. You can do it.
Yep, I'm taking it.
Anything else? So we got Rosarius is going to go cut off the queen's head, I guess.
Kieran's gonna
Um,
look at the bodies of the giant ones he's fallen and just kind of look at his rapier in his hand. He's like, that was kind of fun, actually. I've never been so brave before. Why the hell did I do that? I could have sat in the tree and been fine. I don't know. It's gonna wander off.
Is Gwen still holding Leo? She's gonna be like, can someone grab some of the eggs out of that queen? I want to see what they taste like later.
Does it have eggs? I didn't see.
It's like
Me and
caviar.
Leo were both knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosaris, you were there. You said you
Yeah.
cut it. Did
Yeah,
it have
I
eggs?
guess I'll work on doing that too. I'm just creating a butcher shop in the middle of the battlefield.
Yeah, you go and cut open. You got the head of the queen. You go and cut open the back part of it, and there's a good chunk of it that's just like busted and wrecked up. But you see in there are a couple of like almost like larval stage eggs, like very not even. Give me a nature check. I don't want to give too much information here without it being justified.
This is gonna be great.
I bet it will.
Hey,
One.
I have a +2, and I rolled a 2, so that's
Oh.
4.
Cool. You see what you think are eggs in its backside. Some of them are busted.
Cool. I'm just gonna. I don't know how gentle to be with eggs. I don't know.
I'm gonna say
So
these
just
are
gonna-
like the size of a baseball.
I'm just gonna
Oh.
grab one and then just like toss it in my bag, like no care in the world
Toss
about
it like
it.
a baseball to Gwen. Hey, Gwen, catch.
Just squishes in her hand.
No, open your mouth. Oh,
I can't catch it. I'm holding Leo.
That's right.
your mouth. Be creative.
All right. Anything else, or are we heading back to campus?
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Head
let's get the
Do you
back.
fuck
think there
outta
was
here.
loot inside that those holes? Hope there's not, because I'd be sad if we missed it.
I'm tired. I want to go back.
I want to go back too. I'm tired.
We can come back and investigate later if we want. I want to go home.
I mean, I feel
Yeah,
fine.
sure.
I could head back down there.
Go right ahead. I don't want to.
Oh no, you killed the mother, but then you haven't met the papa. Roll 2 net 20s. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was quick.
Gwen, are you going back down in the cavern?
No,
Okay.
I was joking.
Oh yeah, you'll be blind.
I gotta bring Leo back.
That's right. You got to
Yeah.
bridal carry him all the way back to campus.
Mm.
Does Marcel look like he needs to be carried, or is he fine?
No, Marcel's fine.
Okay.
I don't know. Gwen and I are now best friends.
Leo,
Yeah.
how dare you?
All right. Well, with that, I think you guys collect yourselves. You walk as a group. Gwen carrying Leo's armored body as he just rests in her arms. Big, strong, scaly arms.
My hero.
By the time we head back to campus, I'm gonna be level 4.
Yeah, 'cause you're training so hard carrying this 200-pound dude like for 3 or 4 hours. But you guys go and make your way back to campus. And that's the end of the episode tonight.